Everybody needs headphones.
It's professional.
Wear headphones because it's professional.
Can I do the show without headphones?
What are you eating? If you tell me what you're eating, you can do whatever you want.
A mamba.
I don't understand what. Are you eating candy?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know any adults that eat candy, so. No.
Oh my God.
What? Who brings candy with them? What adult brings candy with them? It's not butterscotch candy. I got the butterscotch candies. Teddy, you don't have. I mean, Ted's. When's the last time you had candy in your pocket?
Years and years. Yeah.
Ted has that candy that's not in a wrapper in his pocket.
Yeah. There's different kind of. I mean, there's candy, but not the candy that
hard,
you refer to.
Hard candy that you.
Yeah.
Like a butterscotch candy.
Yeah.
Unwrapped.
Something your grandfather would.
Dude, you know what's the best hard candies? Those root beer. In the shape
I remember,
of a root
I
beer
remember
barrel.
those. I remember those. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
my
those
God.
were pretty good.
Yeah.
Those were good.
Okay, I have to admit,
They still make them. Because when we go up north,
to the candy shops in Wisconsin. Yeah. If you are a candy aficionado, I'm guessing you probably be extraordinarily overweight with lots of zits. No, I'm just kidding. But if you're a candy person, if you go to a small town, and I'm sure even in the South they have them, but in Wisconsin, every small town has a candy shop with at least 100 different kinds of candies?
Yeah.
Barrels.
Oh, at least.
Just barrels.
No, way more than that.
And they're usually making fudge, and they're making saltwater taffy. You can see
Some
them
of
do
them have
both
an
of
ice
those.
cream shop.
Yeah, and an ice cream shop. Right. So you just go in there, and if you don't have diabetes, it's called the place to get diabetes. It's called the place. And then what they don't finish up is to get diabetes. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. And I see every time we go to we used to go to Wisconsin, Minocqua, that small town. It's
Yeah.
I mean, fun town.
Up by St. Germain.
Yeah, about 5 hours from Chicago, up north. That's what we call it. Going up north, yeah, hater. And yeah, every single person that went to Minocqua for a weekend or a week or whatever for vacation, you had to go into the candy shop.
Yep.
Yeah, you couldn't not. It's probably like 2 blocks of stores that everybody walks up and down at once a day. Yeah.
So Mackinac Island in Michigan is the same thing. You go on the island. There's they have the homemade fudge, which I can't
that's what
imagine.
they're famous
I can't
for.
imagine eating anything like worse in terms of like diet wrecker than warm like a big block of fudge. You know,
But I will tell you this.
It's
that
delicious.
tastes great. It tastes great. Don't get me wrong.
What's wrong with sometimes food?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
As long as there's
once in a
sometimes
while.
food.
Yeah.
I know a guy who opened a candy shop in high school, and he still owns it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I know a guy that opened the candy shop. It is a strip club and a whorehouse, basically. Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, his
He still
his
owns it.
store is called the Candy Shop, I think, and it is. There is also a strip place called that too.
There is also.
I'm not kidding you.
I don't know how I knew that. I just invented that.
You know what's actually good though is gourmet popcorn. Like certain places that
Nope.
have gourmet popcorn.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Overrated.
All right.
I think just regular.
I sort of like it. So.
Honestly, just popcorn.
Yeah.
Everything you get in those fucking tins, it just I don't know. It doesn't taste real.
No,
to
but
me.
when it's fresh, like in front, because there was a couple of places like in downtown Chicago years ago. I mean, you don't have to get anything exotic. I'm not talking about like even caramel corn. But
Talking about Garrett's, like Garrett's,
I don't know the
different
name of the place.
flavored popcorn.
Yeah, just something different, and it's
I
fresh,
love
it's
that
fresh.
shit,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah, now I would eat that over like candy or fudge.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So. And actually,
yeah, you know what? At this point, I would.
And actually,
go with popcorn.
and actually, popcorn without butter or the salt doesn't really have a lot of calories, right?
Well, there's
Well, then you talk about without taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want that, Ted, then you could just like eat some cardboard.
well, there's a place I go to in Griffith, Indiana. It's called I think it's called Ladies Popcorn. It's a old family friend. They own it, and they have it's a popcorn shop. I mean, that's all they have, and they probably have like 30 different flavored popcorns.
I would try that.
And it's amazing. They have like a hot one. Ooh. Oh my God. They have a turtle one that's like cinnamon. It's out of this world. Then they have the cheddar, and then they have the white cheddar, and they have all these different things, but they usually have like 7 or 8 that are like their own, flavor of the week or whatever.
I could try that. See, I
I'll
would
bring
much
some
rather
back
do
next
that.
time I go. I'm going up there like in a week. It's amazing. It's just fresh. It's delicious, dude.
Like I said, if I just pick between, confectionery like popcorn or like candy, I would take the popcorn.
Now that
That's
I
all-
think
that's all
about
I'm-
it,
that's all I'm
yeah,
saying.
I would. I mean, when's the last time you ever turned down? If somebody had popcorn,
Yeah.
when's the last time you turned down popcorn?
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, movie theater popcorn, even though it's saturated in butter, and we know it's not good for you, but it does taste good once in a while. I'm not going to lie. They got the little pump thing, and they're putting the butter like over.
You know what? You know why I can't? You know why I can't eat popcorn at a movie theater? I don't want my hands all buttery during the entire. It's weird. Because I would have to wash my hands afterwards,
right.
And I can't. I could not deal with a day. I could bring a wet nap or something.
I'm going to do a plug here.
Okay.
ladiesgourmetpopcorn.com. She'll ship it. They ship it anywhere. I've had it shipped out to my boys in Iowa. I've had it shipped to my nieces and nephews in Oregon, Minnesota, when they were all in school,
Right.
Notre Dame. So one year everyone was in school, and I shipped them all something for like in between semesters or in between like Christmas and spring break.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, her popcorn, it's amazing. It's just like Garrett's, in Chicago, but I think theirs is a little bit better.
Okay. Oh, I want to give a shout out to everyone because it's a day after Memorial Day. To everyone who has served or is serving in our armed forces, thank you for making it so we can do this show every week. And
that's not what Memorial Day is about.
Well, it's about
that's Veterans Day.
But it's the same thing. I'm giving another shout out. I can do the shout out on Memorial Day, and then we have to thank Ted because
no, it's not Ted. Ted did not.
Ted served.
Yeah, I know, but
you're welcome.
He didn't die.
Well, I know because I'm here.
But he will.
Wait, what?
At some point, Ted will die.
Let's educate me.
A memorial is for people who have passed away.
I think,
Correct.
right? Memorial Day is for
Correct.
those who served and passed.
Right.
Yeah.
But everyone who's serving now will die. So ultimately, we're thanking everyone. We're pre-doing it. Yeah, I'm not like putting like a
I'm just
sword
trying to make sure that
over
I'm not
people's head or
okay.
anything.
Yeah,
I am saying that everyone will die, and so we'll get ahead of time.
And it's a federal holiday, obviously.
Right. And we want to thank them before they die.
Yeah.
So
I want to thank Ted for keeping score on Sunday.
You're welcome. Yeah. I just want to make sure.
I just want to thank you. I mean that whole scene on the 15th hole with
when you didn't know what anybody's score was.
No, I'm going to paint a picture for our listeners, those who've golfed. So, Ted, I don't know what you scored, a 13 or a 14 on the hole, but you were done with the hole. You conceded the match to Matt after 15 holes. You lost that hole, so you weren't participating anymore, right?
I was not an active participant.
Not on that hole. So, Matt and I were still putting. I didn't putt out. He didn't putt out. And you run up onto the green with a scorecard and pencil in your hand, yelling, "What'd you guys get? I'm done. What'd you guys get? What'd you get? What'd you get?" And I'm looking at you as I'm putting. I'm like, "What the fuck, man?"
I might have thought you were done because I wouldn't have asked that.
Okay. Now, can I add to the story?
I want to take back a stroke because I think I was distracted.
Hold on. And at this point, Ted is saying this and just yelling this, and in his defense, he was drunk. And Mark is blowing up on the hole. He is literally falling to pieces. And Ted is...
And I still have a putt to go.
And I still have a putt. I haven't finished. And Ted is just standing there because he knows he lost. And
with
he's
the scorecard and the pencil in his hand.
Yeah. And he doesn't read the room to see Mark is getting upset. And then Mark just blows up. Mark just freaked out. What did you tell him? Shut the fuck up? Or
actually,
I don't know. I don't remember what you said.
I'll be honest with you. I actually don't recall any of that. I just recall asking for the score.
This is the beauty of playing with an alcoholic.
And Pete said, "Mark, don't worry about it. He's not going to remember it." when I said I got to apologize to Ted because I was a little bit upset.
Actually, I don't remember him getting that upset. I mean, I just remember asking for the score, but I thought I would think that you guys were done with the whole.
That's because whatever you suffer from, you're not able to see the emotions
why would I
of
ask
people or understand the emotions of people.
Why would I ask Mark for the score when he has yet to post the score? That's lunacy.
That's why I was so upset,
Ted.
I mean, oh my God!
Stop drinking, Ted. Honestly. Okay. Honestly, stop drinking. I mean, it's really going to change your life. You're going to see so much more of the world and your friends, and it's going to change the way you.
What did Mark have on the hole anyway? now I'm curious. Okay,
a lot.
All right.
Yeah, enough to secure.
A lot -1 now because I'm going back and changing that.
So that's how you're doing it.
Yeah, that's how we roll.
We'll give you an asterisk.
Okay. And listen, for everybody who's listening, it might be at Alpine Valley in a couple of weeks when we do our tournament. Be on my team. I am going to win. I guarantee
you have to
it.
Stop saying that.
I'm going to do it.
No,
I'm going to cheat so ridiculously. Yeah.
Is it going to be spectacularly ridiculous?
Spectacularly.
Yeah. So you have to cheat to win. How many times have you?
I don't have to cheat. Well, I do. I do have to cheat to win.
You have to cheat to compete.
I have to cheat to compete.
That's what
because
it is.
The other people.
You don't have to cheat to win.
Yeah.
You have to cheat to compete.
All right. You guys want to hear this? According to Tom Cruise's agent, he is interested in making a Les Grossman movie.
I heard about that.
His character from Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, I heard about that.
When he's the agent, he's the agent. And he's screaming at people.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
Are you the key grip? Punch him in the face. Yeah. There's I think he's in 4 scenes. He basically steals the movie.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he's only there for Just a few minutes, yeah.
One of the greatest movies of all time.
It is.
Just from all those individual things.
Yeah, that was a good.
Oh my God, it was fucking great. Yeah. All right, let's see. This is the Real Three Idiots podcast, and happy National Grape Day. Grapes. Would you guys like to guess how many different kinds of grapes exist in the world today?
Well, I know that answer.
Oh, okay.
I don't know it.
Let's see. We'll take a guess.
I'm going to say 8. I don't know.
Hold on. I want you to take that guess. I want you to stick it in your ass, and now I want you to guess something so stupid it couldn't be true.
275.
Mark.
There are approximately 34,200 varieties of grapes.
Over 10,000 different kinds of grapes.
Yeah, I guess with all the wine, with all the wine out there and that business, that kind of makes sense.
I said approximate.
Actually,
yeah, makes sense.
Not all. A lot of the grapes aren't.
No, yeah,
that aren't wine grapes. They're very specific.
Sure.
They're very specific wine grapes.
But do they grow grapes specifically, like for high-end wines? Because you have these wineries.
Of course they do. That's why they're named like a champagne.
But they also have a lot of table grapes and a lot of different kinds of things, like just jam grapes and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, because I just know red grapes and green grapes, right? And then
there's 9,998 more than that. So yeah, so it's what you know plus all that other stuff. Got it. Yeah, I started. So I had a whole list of grape facts, and I'm writing it down because I see that, and then I'm thinking, no one listening to this show gives a fuck about any of these facts, and I just deleted all of it. I'm like, no way.
About grapes?
Yeah.
Oh,
wait,
who was our guest with she was an expert on honey, and she said how many
sommelier, honey sommelier.
Yeah, and how many variety of honeys were there? She said there's quite a bit.
There was you know what? A lot.
A few.
It was a lot. I don't remember, but yeah. So are you saying get a grape expert on? Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, get like a wine expert, grape expert. Because here's the thing. I've
tried to.
Here's the thing about wine.
Wine experts are very snobby.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing. Like
my cousin's one. She's a sommelier.
Sommelier.
Why do I always get that wrong?
Because Somalia is a terrible place to be a sommelier.
A juicy sommelier?
Is it pronounced sommelier?
Yes.
Or sommelier?
Sommelier. Sommelier.
So I just read.
I got you messed up too now.
Similarly, I don't know.
I didn't see the details, but I just read that Juicy Smollett just reached a settlement with the city or the state over that hoax thing. Like, what possible settlement could he reach? I mean, he's been
how much he had to pay?
How much he had to pay? Yeah, because obviously they had to go out of their way to investigate and look for these imaginary people who apparently accost him at 2:00 in the morning.
Did he ever? He listens to our show, right? So
yes,
did he ever take my idea and make a movie about this whole thing? Remember we said that?
Yeah.
That he should star as himself in the movie. Hang on, I got to take this.
That would be, know what?
He should make, right? What? I forgot exactly what we talked about.
No, we did. We talked about him making his own movie.
Yeah.
About that thing that happened. And then he can frame it any way he wants.
And doing like different scenarios, right? Like different endings. Remember we said
the movie Clue,
right? That's what we were talking about.
That's what it was.
Yeah, he was gonna have different endings. Like
so, one he was actually accosted.
Right.
One like what really happened where he made it up. Another one maybe with aliens.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we could have one with Godzilla. I don't know.
And on a related note, there was a case out of California. The Sherry Papini, I think her name is. She faked her own kidnapping.
Papani.
Yeah, Papani, like a few years ago. And, of course, everyone's looking for her. And then it turns out she was staying with, like, an ex-boyfriend. And, she comes straggling back. And then, they spent, obviously, thousands of dollars, thousands of dollars looking for her.
I'm pretty sure she got in a lot of trouble.
She got in a lot of trouble. But I guess they just, like, we're interviewing her now. Like, the husband divorced her. Obviously, the woman's got some serious psychological issues.
Hold on. She faked her own kidnapping so she could go have sex with somebody else, and her husband said, "No, I don't like that."
You can't get away with that anymore. There was a story. There's a lot of these stories out there. There was a story I just read a couple of weeks ago about a woman who disappeared. She just decided she wanted out. She left her husband and kids, and she went not too far and remarried and had another family. And she's older now, and then they discovered that she is this missing person that.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she probably never legally divorced her husband. She just got up and left, right? So technically, she's
committed. Think about how hard that would be, though. I mean, you would have to run into somebody who gave enough of a shit, right? Because you obviously would change your name and stuff, right?
Yeah, but I think this happens a lot more than is ever.
Who's looking for her? I mean, how do you find somebody that nobody gives a shit about? It's not like Matthew McConaughey disappeared. Right?
Yeah.
That beautiful man.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I mean, like,
so you're saying some people are more important than others? Well, I thought we were all equal.
No, but who's looking for a random person? I mean, if
I mean, their immediate family. They
what if your name was Random Person?
Oh my God,
Randy Person.
John Doe.
We're not going to do this, right? We're just not.
That'd be
funny.
funny.
Do this
Because Person is a last name.
Yeah. Remember Chuck Person, the rifleman from Indiana? He was the
Do you know why he was called the Rifleman?
Because he was named after shooter. He was named after Chuck Connor from the show The Rifleman. Yeah.
I thought he was a good shooter.
He was. He was a great shooter.
Yeah. That's why he's called the Rifleman. I'm pretty sure.
No, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You guys know Sarah Jessica Parker, right?
Yeah. Sex in the City, right?
Right.
Yeah.
She's actually getting some shit because she says she reads on average 2 books a day.
Yeah, I saw something like that, and I think she got some blowback for that. So she's a good. Does that make her a good person, or
No, I think she just so
she reads like Goodnight Moon, Dr. Seuss. She reads every Dr. Seuss.
The Giving Tree.
The Giving.
Okay. You know what?
The Giving Tree. That's
Hold on.
Not a short story.
Yeah, that's
it's a children's book. It's only like about 10 to 15 pages.
I thought it was bigger than that.
No, it's just
Where
the Wild Things Are.
That's a small book too. But no, so this is what people said. But actually, here's the funny thing. She's a judge for a literary prize, and she owns her own publishing company. Bam. Now you feel stupid. She does read. She basically reads 2 books a day.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, real live books. She's really into reading. That's her thing. She doesn't really. She goes, haven't watched TV, haven't watched any movies. Not really her thing. She reads, and since she owns a publishing company, she has all those books that people want to publish, and she's forced to read. Not forced, but she, as a judge,
part of her job,
she said she wants to read all these books so she can, help be part of that. Yeah. Yeah, it seems weird that people would just shitbag her just for being well read.
Or you're not allowed to say anything anymore.
Well, I think when you're a celebrity and you go on and you say, hey, look at me, look what I'm doing, look at my minor accomplishments, I think that automatically brings out all the internet trolls. I
don't know how it came up. I think she was part of an interview.
Yeah.
And they asked, like, have you seen any movies? And obviously she doesn't act in any movies. Nobody wants to see her act. And that kind of stuff. And
she was good in that movie with Matthew McConaughey, Failure to Launch, with Terry Bradshaw and Kathy Bates. Did you ever see that movie?
I don't think I saw that one.
That's a really good fucking movie. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
Failure.
That's not your movie mention for today, is it?
I already did it. That's it.
And scene. Hold on, we need your sponsor.
Yeah, but his parents are played by Terry Bradshaw and Kathy Bates.
That's actually pretty funny. Terry Bradshaw.
You know what? I think
that would crack me up.
The movie's fucking good, man. Yeah. It's a good movie. I swear to God.
McConaughey's in it. It's
a good movie.
I'll give you an example just real quick before I forget. So on a side note, I just some like average couple, no special talent. I guess this woman, she posted something on social media, and she's obviously young and attractive. She's got the young and attractive boyfriend, and she's talking about how great her life is. They wake up, they have coffee, they go to their garden, and boy, the hate that she got was just like, you're a piece of shit. Why are you sharing this with because you were just telling me like I'm living a good life with my boyfriend.
Here's the weird thing about that.
Yeah.
When people say that they hate it because she's sharing it, you have to read it.
Yeah.
For her to share it, right? Like if she just if a random person posts that and you never read it, I'm on social media for the show and I'm looking at stuff here and there.
Yeah.
When I see something that has no interest to me, I just skip it. I don't read it and then be mean to somebody on purpose.
No, I get it, but like you go to Reddit, you just scroll, you can't help, you see everything. And
I don't go to Reddit.
I'm saying there's multiple topics where even if you're scrolling down, it's like, oh, there's something. And even if you read it for half a second, you still read it. You don't have to take like a deep dive into it. Yeah, but I guess
then you got to be a dick and post about it.
I saw the post. This is like from a couple of years ago, and it was just like, I guess it was kind of borderline. Look at me. I could see why it would give up that vibe.
Social media, Ted. It's all look at me.
Yeah, exactly. She has to tell everybody how great her life is. It's like, oh yeah, good for you.
That's all they do on that.
Good for you.
Let me just interject here, Ted. Why do you always say on a side note? When we have it's just a random unscripted show and we talk about shit, and you always have to announce, oh, on a side note. On a side note to what?
Well, that has yet to be determined. That's why it's a side note.
Or you'll say, or you'll preface things like,
"What the fuck is?"
This is totally unrelated, and then you'll start a new topic, which is fair.
I'm keeping my.
It's like the same thing, Matt, and you don't do this anymore. But Matt used to give you shit when we would have a guest on, and you'd say, "Excuse me, sir, can I ask you a question?" And Matt would go, "That's what he's on the fucking show for, Ted, so that we can ask him questions or her questions." And he would always ask, "Can I ask you a question?
Do you mind? Do you mind if I ask?
Do you mind if I ask a question?
Versus making a statement.
Yeah. Or I just got one. I just one last question.
No, it's
for
like
the fifth time.
Yeah, no, it's like Columbo. One more thing.
You do that.
One more thing.
Well, you know what's funny? You know what's funny though? If this show wasn't called The Real Three Idiots, I would call it This Is Totally Unrelated. That would be the perfect because there is no relation, right? It's just all the random shit that just happens.
Right.
Excuse me.
Well, when someone comes on a podcast called The Real Three Idiots, they can't expect the gold standard, can they?
You know what? I would tell you this: half the people that come on because of the show, the name of the show, and half the people that don't automatically have no interest in doing it. I was talking to, I was communicating with someone from Japan,
like Tyson
for
DeGrasse,
a particular thing that they have going on, and I'm not going to plug it because the fucker said no, but they literally said it like they said they found our show, they found our social media, and they listened, and at no point would they consider coming on the show.
Well, at least they're adamant. At least they're setting their. Oh, the funny thing. So you said,
but all you got to do is say no.
You said this is.
Or just ignore me.
You said this is Japan, right?
Yeah.
So actually, here's something about Japan. Japan has one of the most conservative, populations in the world, and yet they're third on for producing porn. Out of all the countries, I think it's like the U.S. There's
but it's blurred,
like
they do blur out the genitals.
Some of them, yeah. But I'm saying, but the amount
I know that.
But amount of porn they produce is actually third in the world. So there you go, Japan.
Here's Matt Here's Matt Googling to look at some Japanese porn. Oh yeah, God damn it! Fucking blurred out.
not all of it, Mark.
Yeah, that is pretty.
That's
weird,
like
though,
the guy. Remember, there was somebody you reached out to, and he went to our website, and I had those chimpanzees up there.
Oh yeah.
And he said that he would not be on the show because there was chimps on our website.
Actually, I do find it more.
Crazy?
I find it more amusing. Like you get, obviously you deal with it, not us. But I find it more amusing. I find it amusing, like when somebody just instead of just saying no, like they have to really adamantly explain why they're not coming on. As if their lot in life is going to go down a couple of pegs on the food chain.
Ted, do you have a chimp story? Do you have any new chimp stories?
No. I have not read a good chimp story lately.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
no,
I've not.
Don't do it.
I'll keep you posted though if I
don't do it. So Teddy and I we went out after golf yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And
I lost on the last hole, by the way, Mark. So there you go. Here's your revenge. So
yeah, we played. Yeah.
You have to give him 12 strokes.
10. It's 9 holes. I have to give him 10 strokes.
And we actually got paired up with two random guys that were nice guys.
Yeah, a dad and his son.
Yeah.
And Teddy told me a story about I don't know whatever it was. Oh, buying I know, buying vitamins for his daughter. So he tells me the story that he went and he bought vitamins for his daughter. When he gets here, and you were a little late getting here, he comes downstairs and he goes, by the way, and then he goes into detail about the story about buying. I get it again, and he tells me about the coupon he got and the store credit he had, and then he tells me more about. He didn't just buy vitamins. He like went through individually and told me like what. Don't you dare fucking say a word. Like the 5, 6, 7 vitamins, whatever it is, and who they were for, and why,
supplements,
and why
supplements.
And I'm just looking at him. I'm like, at no point do you remember sitting in a bar, drinking, and telling me that story.
I was a little shell-shocked from yesterday because I thought I had a pretty good.
What is shell-shocked?
What did you shoot yesterday?
I didn't keep score.
How do you not keep score? You guys were playing against each other.
No, we kept score, but we just know it came down to the last hole, and I thought I had a decent shot. Unfortunately, it found the water on number 9, so that was
of course it
was a little short. Yeah.
And you eagled number 4.
He did. I was there.
Drove the green and made the putt. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the same hole that your son.
No, he eagled number 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So after playing there, you guys can appreciate what I told you where Nolan was and then how he hit up.
Yeah.
I eagled number none.
Ted did not get any eagles.
Ted
it was pretty
eagle.
nice. I think I hit about 270, 275.
Yeah.
To a tight green, and
I think it was kind of windy too.
And Ted said that the one thing. What did he do? He just make sure that I was going to play well. Don't leave it short. It's an eagle.
What did the guy in the sun say?
They were impressed. I mean, the guy just drove the green and got a. Yeah, his son was a big kid, and he was wild.
Yeah.
2, 3 fairways over.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually pretty impressive. It was actually pretty impressive. Yeah, he was like.
how bad he was? Yeah, and then the
hit
best
the ball
part.
a long way.
It's my favorite thing when a guy hits a ball big, especially a kid.
Yeah.
And then he basically didn't hit any straight at all.
Yeah.
But each time he hit it poorly, He was just like, oh, man, I just missed that. And you have to agree with him. He's your new best friend, him and his dad,
well,
right?
I think the dad was that way, too. He would get. He's like, I can't believe I missed it. It's just like you're playing at TAM like, at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, you were right there.
Yeah.
You were right there. It just missed. And you're laughing because,
it's just
because he's like Callahan, wild.
It's kind of like drama. It was kind of like they were a little bit of a drama queen, right? They're just like, oh,
what?
Not drama queen, but that's not the right term. But they were like taking it way too.
Well, Ted, they were drinking, and I'm pretty sure the kid was high, which is kind of weird.
Likely.
Yeah.
What were their names?
Greg and Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wrote them down. That's the key. If you're playing golf and you're playing with people, go to your scorecard.
Yep,
have your scorecard in your hand with your pencil.
Yep.
Ask them their names
and their score.
And don't ask anybody you're
Greg
playing with.
Greg was the dad.
Greg was the dad. Yeah. Jack was the kid. Yeah. And write their names down immediately. Yeah. And if they're two regular guys, like what color shirt or hat.
Because sometimes I can't distinguish between the two because, after a while they all start blurring together. But we'll say like purple shirt. We'll say
you know why they're blurring together.
Bob, purple shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red hat.
Yeah.
Just do that.
And then when they do hit that good shot, you'll just say, hey, Jimbo.
So when they're writing names down for you two, Matt, what do you think they're putting down for Ted as a reminder?
Shithead and the drunk.
Yeah. No, yep. I think it's dip and shit.
No, shithead and the drunk. That's
Dip hyphen shit.
Or
lefty.
Or full of shit because here's me doing this. Dude, that was a great shot. I mean, you just missed. And he's 3 fairways over. Yeah. I was like, have you
been working out?
You just missed the first fairway. We're on 4.
Listen, I just want everybody to be happy and not, get weird and unhappy. And
like I said, the golf course is the perfect place to just keep it light, not talk about, like I said, with things not to talk about. Don't talk about religion. Don't talk about politics because you don't know who you're dealing with. Just, you don't have to even engage them, right? Just because you're just there to play golf. They're in their own world, and just when you're on the tee box and you're kind of forced to socialize with them. That's when you say, hey, you don't ask them what they do for a living, or
things you never want to say.
Just the most generic stuff,
Have you ever thought about killing a nun? Don't say that. Just don't say it.
Who'd you vote for?
Yeah.
Why did you vote for that person?
Hey, by the way, are you for or against masturbating in the woods on a golf course? Yeah. Just you know what? That's for a foursome of your buddies. Don't ask a random person that. Yeah.
Or the people at Alpine Valley that you're going to be paired with on Saturday because that's a random pairing too.
Oh God, you know what? I tell you what. I know Andy's thing is coming up, and there's going to be 50, 60 people. I still haven't been paired up with anyone who's just like very, very uptight. And
the one guy, the guy you were pounding on the door.
So luckily, I have never been. So at this point, I'm kind of anticipating in the next year or so, I'm going to find someone who is very straight-laced, very uptight. Yeah. They're going to have to spend the better part of 9 to 10 hours with me. Yeah. With a little bit of drinking involved, a little bit.
Well, depending how bad your team is playing, it might be a lot of drinking.
Right. And they're going to hear for the first time ever. They're going to hear the first time ever, they're going to go like this. I don't know. You know what? If I had to rape a goat or a sheep, I'd probably go with a sheep. I don't know why, but that's just my gut. Right? And then he's got to do this. What'd you say? Yeah. Oh, should I pick goat? Yeah. My bad.
And it'll be like, this place looks like a good place to bury a body. Right there.
Yeah. So I guess it's bound to happen sooner or later, and it'll be. You know what? No matter what, it'll be a good story. Yeah. If I could make him stay and then get him to laugh about one of those things, or just get that person to leave, that would be better.
But what if like the opposite happened? Like the uptight person was so enamored with your stupidity that they actually became half the idiots that we are. They just completely bought into it.
So wait, so if I said sheep, he'd go, sheep, it's a goat. Yeah. If you're gonna
let's make it 3. Let's make it 3 of them. Yeah. But make sure you roofie them before you do anything.
If you're gonna have sex with a goat, you better be a gangbang.
And try to find P. Diddy's GoPro so we can make sure that's all we can upload that to social media. So.
Do you have an assistant that can get you something? All right, we got to do Teddy's tip. Mark, you want to do song first or sponsor first?
Let's do sponsor first.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, man, I just made that I just made it in.
So you're littering my basement.
No, it went in the glass.
So I have to clean it.
I was aiming for those little glasses.
One of these days I'm going to clean that. Maybe one of these days. All right, Ted's Tips is sponsored by Bill Curry's Bowl-O-Rama and Lingerie Shop on Route 14, just down the street from Earl's Pigatorium in beautiful downtown Lubbock, Texas. Bill Curry's Bowl-O-Rama and Lingerie Shop is happy to announce that all the bowling balls have been cleaned and the finger fungus outbreak is behind us. Bill's Bolorama and Lingerie Shop makes it easy to throw a few frames, then buy your lady something sexy. They have sizes all the way up to 5XXX. Remember, everything is bigger in Texas, even the ladies. Instead of cleaning the garage, fixing the roof, or trying to figure out where that sexy sheep has run off to, come on over to Bill Curry's Bolorama and Lingerie Shop. We really need the business. It seems like every week they're changing something. Yeah. There's always bowling, but there's something else.
Well, yeah.
It's really weird.
Cosmic bowling.
The bowling is constant, Ted. It's everything else that's different. All right, Mark, sing us a song. You're the piano man.
Oh, dude.
That was a song.
Sing us a song tonight.
All right, you're ruining it.
Do it.
While you tell your tip, clad in sweats, don't think now, and we hear you. You're getting high and drunk, oh yeah. While you're prepared with crown, you got the glass of booze upon you. You're dirty Ted and you're our tipper. Oh. Tip it on, swig that crown. Tip it on, tip it on, swig that crown, Ted. Tip it on, tip it on, Ted.
Wow. Swig, I like that. I haven't heard that word in a while.
Little T-Rex.
Take a swig.
Yeah. Bang a gong, get it on. I like it. Ted Tip On. I like it.
It's an iconic song.
Ted Tip On. That's actually a better. You know what? You've just made a better song.
Yes.
And wait, the name of that band is T-Rex?
Yeah, T-Rex.
I would have never
I
guessed
thought that was Power Station.
No.
Okay. All right. I had no idea. All right, Ted. Are you ready for your tip?
Let's do it.
Okay, so this is short and sweet. Here we go. Ted, what advice would you give someone 10 years younger than you about how to make the best use of the next decade? Hina, 42, Osaka, Japan. And I believe this is our first person from Japan that we have the first time the country has tipped.
So she wants me to give advice to a 14-year-old?
It's he or she. I don't know. Is it
it's a she. It's a she. It's a she. He knows a she, yeah. But I'm saying, so I'm giving advice to a 14-year-old because I'm 24, because 10 years younger than me. So stay in school, read to achieve.
So Hina,
say no to drugs.
Here's your first bit of advice, and this will be from me. Don't use numbers with Ted. It's too hard. It's just too hard for him. Yeah, it's just going to fuck him up. So, yeah, no numbers. From here on out, everybody who's going to tip, no numbers. Just words.
Anyway.
And make the words small.
Anyway, I always wanted to go to Japan, so hopefully I'll get there one day. That's on my bucket list. So
okay, so she's there, so that's terrible advice.
Okay, so, yeah. So actually, I don't want to. Okay, so I don't want to sound like your financial advisor. What I would just tell you though, because you want to lay the groundwork for the future and live a long, prosperous life. So what I'm going to give you financial advice. I'm going to say, might not sound popular. Invest in some Bitcoin. Invest in some dividend-paying ETFs. Buy some real estate. Contribute to your 401k or your IRA. Travel. Date around and rent, don't own, just in case your life changes, and if you buy a house, you're kind of stuck there, and you're going to be incurring a lot of costs. At least if you rent, you can just get up and leave, and obviously your costs are going to be a lot lower in the scheme of things. So that would be my advice to you, kind of in a nutshell. If you're 10 years younger. So
that's it.
That's it for now. Yeah, date around,
dude.
Date around.
Date around.
Yeah, I didn't say sleep around. You can say date around. So because I think Japan's obviously very conservative society, as I was mentioning before.
So she's not going to be able to get laid?
Well, she's. Of course you can, but I'm just saying, it's more. I think they frown upon public displays of affection. It's very, like I said, it's very,
So don't have sex in public, but have sex.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your advice to her.
Not with everybody,
so
but
put your money in the Nikkei. What do you call that? What's
the Nikkei?
The Nikkei.
Yeah.
Put your money in the Nikkei. Yeah. What's the Nikkei doing?
I don't track the Nikkei.
She can invent. That's the lamest advice I've ever heard.
Me too.
Okay, what would you guys say? We'll open up the floor. 10 years younger.
You know what I would say? Learn more than you have. In whatever you've done in the last 10 years, learn a little bit more in the next 10 years. And I don't mean like learn. I mean like physically try to become a little bit more intelligent.
So make the best use of the next decade is what she wants to do.
So invest in yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of along
you know
the same
what?
lines.
Number one, focus on two things: becoming a little bit smarter and a lot healthier.
Yeah, because working out is good.
Yeah, those two things. Yeah. Make a conscious effort to become a healthier person, both mentally and physically.
Yeah. Just be a better version of yourself.
Yeah. But I mean, you have to make a conscious effort.
Yeah, of course, it's not going to fall in your lap.
Right? You can't be the 300-pound guy who has a salad and all of a sudden decides he's healthy.
See, I thought Ted was going to tell her to consider a jihatsu. We talked about the evaporated people.
What? Wait, what?
The practice of people disappearing. Remember?
Oh,
in
yeah.
Japan, it's called a jihatsu.
With the help of somebody. Well, she didn't say she hates her life. She just said, "What would you give advice to your 10?" No,
it's a way to escape from their current lives, no matter what the situation.
Okay,
but it's a thing there.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about that.
Well, I tried to escape from this podcast, but it didn't work, so I'm still here.
Well, if you were in Japan, you'd be gone.
Hold on. So if we take Ted to Japan, we can leave him there?
You would jihatsu me?
Yeah. Well, you just put a T-shirt on him and say,
he's been jihatsu'd.
I've been jihatsu'd. And so instead of being unfriended, I've been jihatsu'd. I like
Please
that.
don't talk to him. He's been jihatsu'd.
What's that? Ted's going to be like, what's that mean? It means hello in Japanese.
Yeah, exactly. I told you my funniest Japan story was a guy, for some reason, there's a comic, he said, like, a lot of American people are getting their name tattooed on their body, like the Japanese version of their name. So this one guy thought he got his name was like Gary, and whatever they tattooed him, it says, no, that actually means bitch dog or something. It was like, dangling balls, but he thought his name was
That would be really hard. That'd be really hard not to do. Yeah. If you were a tattoo artist and you knew somebody came in from out of town and they wanted something that they couldn't tell what it was.
Well, you think they would have researched it, right? They'd be like, what's Japanese for Gary? And he would actually have this very specific thing.
My gut tells me that at least half, if not more, of the people that get tattoos are like spur of the moment things, and they might be involved with some alcohol or drugs.
So the funny thing is, there's actually a tattoo place not too far.
You're not allowed to do that if you're a tattoo artist.
To tattoo a drunk,
right?
Oh well.
No,
is that like the Hippocratic oath for?
There's a thing. I mean, trust me. If you have suspect that somebody's under the influence or inebriated, then as a licensed, because you have to be licensed, you go through a process. You have to deny them because they can come back and
sue you, like deny you.
Well, you can get in trouble.
So it's the tattoo artist's fault.
No, I'm just telling you that the industry is so progressed so much in the last 30, 40 years that they do have like a code of ethics. You do have to be licensed to own the business. Not only that, but you have to be a licensed, tattoo artist. Right. And then you have to pass like a test. Like there's tests in Las Vegas. You can't just open up your own shop. Sure. You have to work under somebody for fucking 5 years.
Like an apprentice.
You have to be an apprentice, and you have to do so much work, and then before it's a thing.
No. So I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about some guys I'm an apprentice plumber. I'm an apprentice tattoo artist.
Yeah.
It just
so how many times do you get to mess up?
It just seems. Right? But I looked it up. It says most tattoo parlors have policies that prohibit tattooing customers who are visibly intoxicated.
Yeah.
For safety and ethical reasons.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can't bring your buddy in who's passed out.
That would be the best time to tattoo somebody, right?
And give him a tramp stamp while he's...
Dude, that would be... but if you get unlicensed tattoo artists, I would guess everything's
on the table.
Everything's on the table, right? You can do anything you want at any point.
Or if a
south of the border, baby.
Or if a 9-year-old came in and said, I want a tattoo of, say, I love my mommy, they're probably going to say no, I'm guessing, right?
What?
10-year-old comes in a tattoo parlor.
Well, you have to be at least 11.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Well, not in southern, in the southern states. Yeah, I think 8. You could be married at 8. Yeah, tattoo at 11.
So,
right,
so a 12-year-old goes into a tattoo shop in Arkansas. And his mom just took away his Xbox privileges, and he goes, "I want a tattoo that says fuck you, mom and dad." with a PS2
in Chinese.
Yeah, in Chinese.
Yeah.
With the Ghostbuster thing is crossed out.
Ted, here's what I imagine. I imagine he's going to get his little friend to do it, who's probably at that point, that's when you start, right? You're kind of into tattooing at 8.
Yeah.
You got a paper clip and a Bic pen, and you got some ink, and you're burning it into him, and just kind of sticking him. Yeah,
I know it doesn't apply to all people, but like every time I go past a tattoo place, I always think to myself, "Who's making a bad life decision right now?" You can never see in there. It's always like kind of the tinted windows. You can't, or it's really covered, and I'm just thinking someone's in there making a bad life decision.
Teddy, I
love my boyfriend.
I have literally contemplated multiple times getting a tattoo. Because I think everyone in my family has a tattoo right now.
No, here's a good question. Here, we should do this sometime.
I don't think Jack does.
What would you?
Everybody else.
I was going to say I don't think Jack
I don't have a tattoo, but what would like? I'm thinking about what would I ever get on me?
Gary, get that Japanese Gary tattoo like you want.
I wish my name was Gary.
See, I don't think there is. See, that's a problem with like other languages in general, but specifically like Japanese or Asian. Is there a translation for Gary? I mean, can you get like
bitch dog? I know this for a fact.
But if you told me I want my name, I mean, how would they do that? Because their written language is so unique, right?
Well, why are you tattooing your own name onto your body?
That's Ted. Ted wants to get Gary on his body. That's not his name.
Well, I mean, there's such a weird thing. Yeah, I'd like my own name tattooed on my own body in a different language. That's the thing. That's the thing that was important to me.
Remember stupid Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie when they were seeing each other? They got their names tattooed on each other. That's great. And then I guess obviously they broke up like a month later or something. So I wonder if Brad Pitt, I wonder if she ever got that tattoo removed before she took Angelina Jolie. She was Billy, and they had like vials of each other's blood. They would wear necklaces with vials of each other's blood because they're so doing some bond. Yeah, this is like way back when, and that's when she was hot and crazy, but now she's just crazy. Now she's just crazy.
She's crazy like her dad.
So here's another good piece of advice.
Wait, Angelina Jolie's father is
John Voight.
No, he's not crazy. I mean, he's
John Voight's a nut.
He's a
lunatic.
Trumper. Oh, he's a Trumper.
He is
now.
Now he's lost his.
Yeah, but even before that, he
I didn't know that.
He's slowly, and this is what I would say. It probably comes down to the quality of drugs. If you're in Hollywood and you're making millions and millions of dollars, you're getting the very best drugs. So those have serious, awful long.
So is he Mel Gibson crazy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know that he's ever been like super racist and xenophobic.
Yeah, we shouldn't say that.
Like Mel Gibson, but he is fucking nuts.
So Kevin Costner seems like one of the few, unless he covers it up, he seems one of the few actors who's aging like normally, and he's not like a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist, or at least if he is, like he doesn't say anything in public.
If he is, he's probably just doing it when they're doing their blood
oath. Yeah. When they're sacrificing.
What do they accuse Oprah Winfrey of? Stealing babies and drinking their blood. Remember that? Was that
an accusation, or was it
something that she admitted to? No, I'm pretty sure she didn't admit to that.
She had a show on that, right?
But there actually was a case in the 14th century where a countess somewhere in like Hungary or something was actually drinking the blood of young girls, thinking that this is going to make her younger. And obviously she got busted, and her punishment was actually there's a cool way to die. They actually just walled her up in a room and just left her there. That's a good way to go.
Did you read that in a book or the internet?
I can't remember where I read it, the internet. Yeah, that's pretty intense, right? That's actually a cool way. It's like, we're not going to do anything to you. Hey, the good news is
Ted,
we're not going to kill you.
Cool.
I know, but we're not going to kill you. That's the good news. But the bad news is it's going to be worse.
That
you know what I saw today?
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of vampires, do you know those birds? Have you ever seen a grackle, a common grackle?
I have never seen a common.
They're all over the place. They're those black birds with like kind of the
the
blue heads. No, like a blue head.
No.
Okay. I don't.
I
probably know if I saw it.
If we go outside, we'll see one. They make those crazy noises. They're all over our neighborhood.
Oh, I mean, I probably heard them. I just don't give a shit, so I don't look.
Well, I went home for lunch today, and my son was home. I brought home sandwiches, and we're eating. And the grackle is the size of a robin. It attacked a sparrow, and like a hawk. Like he attacked a sparrow like a hawk in the middle of our back lawn while we're eating at the table, and was just pecking the shit out of it and stripping its feathers just like a hawk would, and started to eat it. Then the other grackles flew down. And they were all like just tearing into this bird.
Wow.
God damn.
That's the real angry birds
I didn't,
right there.
so I had to look it up. I'm like, I didn't know. So they eat like lizards and insects and other
like carnivores.
And their own babies?
Omnivores.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. We've got a hawk in our neighborhood. We see the hawk eating a bird like every other week.
We expect a hawk to
I've
eat
sent
a
you
bird,
guys videos of that.
Yeah.
But I never seen like a common grackle attack another bird and just start eating it.
Well,
I didn't know that was a thing.
Maybe a vampire grackle.
Maybe it had rabies.
Maybe it's a zombie.
Oh.
That's how it starts.
There's another movie coming out.
Another zombie bird movie?
It's called 28 years later or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what that's about?
We know what that's about.
It's a zombie movie, right?
Yeah.
But what is the number in reference to?
It was 28 days later. That's when you turned. The first movie was 28 days later, and so you got bitten by something, and then 28 days later you turned into a raging psychotic.
Was that a movie called 28 Days Later?
Yeah.
And then this is 28 years later or something.
Yeah, so then it was like 28 months later or something, and then it was...
So this is a sequel?
Or 28 hours later. Yeah. 28 hours.
Sounds pretty original.
Later. Yeah, then 28 days.
So this movie coming out is a sequel to...
Third one. At least
a third one? Okay.
Yeah, at least a third.
So the zombies are civilized now, and they have villages, and they're cooperating with each other instead of marauding through the countryside?
No. It's Ted, it's a pretty straightforward thing. These people live on an island. They're completely safe. All they have to do is not leave the island.
Okay.
So in the first 5 minutes,
yep.
What do they do?
They leave the island.
There you go. And
they get infiltrated. Yeah. So,
yeah.
So just the one thing they're not supposed to. Whatever you do, just don't do this.
Right.
Remember the movie Gremlins? He goes, whatever you do, just don't give it water.
Don't feed it after midnight.
Oh, feed it after midnight.
Yeah, so. but I mean, how could it not find its own? How could it not find its own food after midnight? I mean, that was just a recipe for disaster.
Well,
at no point was it even possible.
It's a movie.
If it woke up in the middle of the night,
Gizmo was chill. It wasn't Gizmo that fucked up.
It was the bat. Well, if in the middle of the night, if it picks its nose and eats a booger, did it eat something?
There you go again with the booger eating.
Well, I have brain dementia, so yeah. But I'm just saying. I mean, it's just so fucking ridiculous that it's here. I'm watching. Did you tell me about that movie, The Studio, that TV show, The Studio?
Yeah.
Terrible.
It's
terrible. It's so predictable. It's ridiculous. It's predictable. And Seth Rogen sucks.
Do you get the music?
What do you mean?
They're constantly playing music in the background of every fucking scene. That jazz.
Oh shit! I didn't watch it. Okay, so here I'm only going to watch one more, like a few minutes
of
another
episode. Just watch the first episode because there's actually a couple episodes that are pretty funny. I'll give them credit.
It's too predictable.
No, it's very predictable. It's so my wife said, "Is he trying to do like a Larry David thing?"
I think,
and it is. I said,
but,
you know what?
It's not funny. It's not unique.
There are a couple unique, funny episodes. I will give them that.
So how long do I have to go find something funny? Because how much time do you have to invest in a TV show?
Well, some of the episodes are only like 25 minutes long, so
okay,
it's not
but it's 24 minutes of nothing entertaining. I mean,
the
credits are the best part.
I think the third or fourth episode is pretty funny. The one where he goes on set to watch the final scene of a movie.
I saw that one. That's number 2.
That was pretty good.
It's predictable.
When he fell.
It's so predictable. You knew he was going to. So they say, don't go because you're going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Guess what happens, Ted?
He goes and he fucks
it. But it was funny. But it was funny with the car when his car at the end.
How did you not know that was
I
the
did
case?
know.
When she gets in the car and she tries to drive away, and it's just ridiculously predictable.
But the music, man.
I gotta check it out.
I understand why they're doing that. They're pumping music in the background during entire scenes of the fucking.
I gotta watch it. I didn't know.
There's a problem with my television. If there's a listener out there that can send Matt a message, I've got a really nice Samsung upstairs. It's probably like 6 or 7 years old now, and I've tried all the settings. I've gone through it. I know there's different settings where you can, like, the background noise and shit on movies and shows drowns out a lot of the dialogue.
You have your stereo settings on the wrong thing.
I know, man. I've gone through it, and you can only do so much. There's only so many settings you can do and change, and there's nothing I could.
And you sure you're not getting interference from somewhere else, like an air traffic controller, or like I don't know somebody in your house.
In the case of the studio, a jazz station.
Is someone using a ham radio trying to contact alien life in your basement? Or is that you?
Is there a teenager who could possibly be watching porn that's Bluetoothing through your TV? Yeah, is that
maybe
any chance?
Has someone stolen your Wi-Fi?
Is it a tinfoil hat that I'm wearing? Is that what it is?
Mr. Voigt? Oh, you know what? I forgot to do this. Let me do this real fast. If you enjoy the episode, if you learned something today, please consider following the show, subscribing to your favorite podcast platform, or leaving a 5-star review. This helps the podcast more than I could say, which is weird. It would help it as much as I could say. Yeah. Okay. This allows us to reach more and more people, and that would mean the world to us. Visit our website at voteforted.com. That's for FORE. Or just Google The Real 3 Idiots Podcast.
So before we get to the next topic, I just wanted to just mention this current affair. So I guess that French president Macron, yeah, and everyone makes it sound like like he's like the greatest thing, because he's always like, talking, like dressing down Trumps, for example. They make it sound like he's some type of saint. I guess this guy, so they had a clip of him getting off the airplane. He's like visiting Vietnam with his wife. And I guess as soon as they opened the plane door, you could see like her hand kind of shoves him in the face. So I guess they had like some type of argument or something. And of course he tried to play it off. But I guess this woman is like old enough, is like his mother. Like he's like only 48 years old. This woman's like 74, his wife. And I guess it was his former teacher when he was a student in school. And the teacher's daughter, was in the same class as him. So talk about the ick factor.
No. Are you serious? I didn't know any about this.
So let me just get this straight. There's a man who's not dating a woman 20 years younger than him. He's married to a woman 20 years older than
24 years older than him.
That is fucking... Okay, You know what? Fuck France. He should obviously, if he's 48, should not be anywhere near a woman over the age of what, 28? That's just disgusting. Where's the Bill Belichick rules on this? I mean,
that's the opposite. So I guess that Jordan Hudson, whatever her name is, who's dating Bill Belichick.
Yes,
I guess she's an old guy fucker because like apparently her former boyfriend was 65, and I guess the former boyfriend introduced her to Bill Belichick. So she's just going right down. So Ted, I think Jerry Jones is next on the list.
Ted, because he's in his 80s. What's that phrase that I'm getting with you? Daddy issues.
Yeah, she's 72.
Oh God, that's gross.
And he is 47.
I am sickened, and she, you know what? She should be in jail.
25 years.
But hold on, you got to finish the sentence. 25 years older, not 25 years younger, which is cool.
But she obviously groomed his ass. So she actually groomed him because he was a student in her class.
Yes, she should be in prison.
He didn't meet her on an app, So.
Well, they haven't been married for 25 years.
He should be dating her granddaughter, not her.
Yeah,
that is sick.
Yeah, and then she.
They got married in 2007.
Yeah,
that's gross.
Yeah, but then the only reason that came to light is because like I said, it showed the clip real quick. Like she slapped him, she like shoved his face. I guess they got in some fight, and he tried to play it off like nothing happened. Then they get off the plane and they're holding hands.
You sure it wasn't just like rough sex? It was just finishing up.
I don't think that woman's having sex.
She was married. Her first marriage was in 1974, which is like 10 years before he was born.
She was married to George Burns.
You know what though?
Like he was born in like what? He's 48. He was born in 1980.
You could say that. I mean, you could say that with Bill Belichick or any of these guys that are banging.
Belichick's 72.
Banging younger
women.
So
Belichick's 72, and it's debatable if he's banging anybody. He's just there.
Right.
So
she's doing like what a Bill Belichick would do.
Yeah,
she's the female Bill Belichick.
She's Belichicking, but it's gross that way. It's wrong.
I'm not judging it. It's just kind of funny. So I'm not even judging the age. I'm just judging the circumstances where they met. It's not like they just met randomly at like a cocktail party. She's his teacher with her daughter in his class. So she obviously groomed his ass, well before they got. I'm not saying, she obviously probably waited until he graduated and was of age. But
you never had a teacher you wanted to bang when you were a kid.
All my teachers were looked like Edith Bunker. So the answer is no.
Oh, so you're saying they were hot? Yeah, exactly. All right, yeah. Hey, listen, I'm not. Based on what we see going on in the world, I mean, if he's cool with it, and she's still got the muscle strength to push him around, that's kind of cool too.
I think I see some advanced osteoporosis there, per my amateur opinion. So I don't know. So she needs to get some.
In your amateur opinion,
yeah. So she needs to probably see a doctor about that. So.
Okay. Here, since we're talking the leader of France, I got one here, and I don't know how to deal with this, and it seems really, really weird to me. And I'll tell you the word that I thought of after I do this. So Oklahoma has a brand new set of standards for history. So if you are in high school in Oklahoma, this year you will be required to learn. Are you ready? One of the in their history classes, one of the things they have to do is they will be required to have the students identify discrepancies in the 2020 election results, including the sudden halting of ballot counting in select cities in key battle states, the security risks of mail-in balloting, sudden batch dumps, and an unforeseen record number of voters, and the unprecedented contradiction of bellwether county trends. This is one of your assignments if you are living in Oklahoma.
They just want to make sure everything's on the up and up,
This is one of the assignments. First of all, 99% of high school kids couldn't give a flying fuck about any of this. But how are you doing this? How is this a thing?
Well, obviously, the whole political landscape has changed, so that's why. You know why.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
now, you ready?
Yeah.
On top of that, during history class, they're going to get Bible stories and stories about Jesus.
Well, there's the key word, stories.
Yeah.
Fairy tales and stories.
Is this, I mean, does it seem crazy?
What happened to separation of church and state? I guess they didn't get the memo. Is this like in public school or is this like private?
Public school, man.
Okay.
Public school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care. Like I said, if I was in public school again and someone said, "Hey, let's learn about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ," I'd be like, even though I don't believe it, I'd be like, okay, I just go along with it. Like, I just like most of my subject material, I just tune it out, right? I listen to about 10% of what
Ted,
the teacher says.
If you were like me, you wouldn't know what was in there. It's like, today we're going to learn about Jesus Christ. To say, what did you learn about today? I don't know, cars, shoes. I don't know. I wasn't there. Okay, you caught me. You caught me. I have no fucking idea what we learned. I didn't go to class.
I was playing tic-tac-toe on my notebook. Did you say something?
Yeah, I mean, I guess nowadays high school students are like, "What did you say?" I said, "I don't know, man. He didn't post it on Instagram or TikTok, so I have no idea what he said." Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
TikTok.
Yeah. So, Mark, you have the youngest student, the youngest person out of all of us.
Yes.
So, if your son came home and said, "Dad, we're learning about how all those things about the 2020 election," you would.
What things?
The ballot dumping.
The election was stolen.
Yeah,
so,
that's what it was. That's code for the election.
The
was
stealing of an election.
Yeah,
it's all. I mean, it's everything has been disproven.
The rigging of an election.
But now they're learning it like
I know, but they're learning nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing to it. There's no substance there. It's just like you can say whatever you want to say, but when you try to find any supporting evidence, the only supporting evidence that's there is rhetoric, verbal things. You can't point to one thing, and they point to different shit that's already been dispelled.
Yeah. So would they play like a cut of Alex Jones?
I don't know. I don't
show?
know how they would. I don't know how they would do it. There's so many different things like that were disproven. Like, for instance, there was like what they said. There was 1 million people that voted. There was millions of people that voted twice that crossed state lines. Like, I think they said, like, they were saying 3 to 5 million or 5 million people voted in multiple states within, the 14 hours that the polls are open. And it's virtually impossible. And somebody had said, like, that if 5 million people within 12 hours voted in one state and then went to another state, it would be the largest, like, what would you call it? Like, the largest movement of humans in the history of the world. How would that even happen? It would be like crazy to think that. And then they're saying, well, because they're registered in multiple states. Well, everybody in his fucking cabinets, like Donald Trump's registered to vote in 2 different states.
I don't.
It doesn't mean you voted in 2 different states.
Now think about a teacher legitimately saying that all these things happened. It would be very disconcerting.
But here's what I mean. I know there's a lot of theories out there that have obviously been debunked, but here's what we know objectively: Fox News and Tucker Carlson, who was their most famous, guy, lost his job because of it, had to pay Dominion, the voting machine, company, I think a $700 million settlement because they were repeatedly being accused of switching the vote. Like, so they'd say, I voted for Trump, but then the machine would just automatically switch the vote to Biden. And, obviously it got debunked. So just, at least that's what we know objectively. And so if that was a real thing, I'm assuming you wouldn't pay $700 million for something that, if that was actually true.
Right.
Because you would go to court and say, yeah, here, we found a little micro switch in the machine. A little micro switch, a little thingamajig. And yes, it does. We've had Trump, and then all of a sudden it just switches, and it says Biden now.
Well, and now here's the weirdest part. Here's the weirdest part of all this. And even though somebody's doing that, and I'm sure there's a whole bunch of teachers that are excited about it and a whole bunch aren't, this is weird. So a large number of parents pulled their kids from these classes. They had the choice, right? They told them, the state said, Oklahoma said, you have the choice to do it, okay? The superintendent of Oklahoma schools said it was concerning to him that parents wouldn't want their kids to learn about American history. That there's just whole entire.
Well, there's just that's just revisionist American history. Yeah. There's certain versions of American.
But now here's the scariest part of all this, and this is why I brought it up. Several Oklahoma State legislators mentioned that they wouldn't want to have a bunch of different schools teaching different things, but that might be the way they're heading. I want you to think about that for a second. They're literally talking about if you believe one thing, you'll go to these schools. If you believe something else, you go to this school. If you believe something else, you go to that school.
Well, it's like going to religious school. Like if you're Jewish, you go to Hebrew school. If you're Muslim, you go to the mosque school. But it's obviously a public school. But here's the thing. When as a parent, because the kid's old enough, we're not talking about like a 10-year-old. We're talking about like someone in high school who's 14, 15. You could just say, hey, little Jimmy, little bitch dog, whatever. Just say.
Little bitch dog.
Just say, you know what? Just warn them. Say, hey, they're going to try to teach you this. You could absorb it and listen to it, but keep it neutral. But you don't have to actually believe it. You don't have to believe everything you're taught. So why wouldn't the parents just do that to the kids? And so basically you're saying my kid's so stupid that he can't use his or her own discretion. If someone said, I think you should shave your balls and sprinkle coconut oil on it and walk in the middle of the road, I'd say, okay, well, that's interesting, but I wouldn't take it to heart, So you can learn, you can be taught stuff and not actually learn it.
I don't understand that analogy.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying you can be just because someone's teaching me something doesn't mean I have to accept it. But I don't have to set myself on fire.
In the same way you don't have to shave your balls and put coconut oil on.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Wait, hold on. But can I shave my balls and put coconut oil on them?
But go outside.
It doesn't seem like
walk down the street. You said?
Do I have to? I mean, am I walking down the street without pants on? Can I just walk? Can I just do all that and still have pants on?
Hey, do that voodoo that you do.
Coconut oil?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it would make it feel
coconut
good.
shavings,
Coconut.
It would be like olive oil, but coconut, yeah.
I misspoke. I meant coconut shavings,
Coconut shavings.
Coconut shavings. Oh, so hold on a second. So not the
like
oil.
What they put in Almond Joy?
Almond Joy.
So we're
sometimes
actually
you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
So we're actually taking a coconut and we're kind of like grating it onto our own balls.
Yeah.
So
if the sweatier the better, so it sticks, because if it's dry, then it might just flake off.
Because I think that coconut oil is not good for you, right?
I think it is good.
I think it's really good for you.
Don't you put it on your head and stuff?
Yeah, coconut oil.
I mean the stuff you cook with.
Well, there's human grade and cooking grade.
Yeah, there's two different types of coconut oil,
Yeah, but I don't think you're supposed to put coconut shavings on your balls.
Yeah. But I'm just saying. But
I don't know if there's a safe amount of coconut.
But as a parent, wouldn't you just forewarn your kid, like, hey, the school just changed the curriculum. They're going to attempt to teach you this. You can sit there in class and because here's the bottom line: you just need to graduate high school. You just need a high school diploma,
right?
Ted,
I think that the takeaway on this is they're literally talking about now separating schools.
Okay,
right?
That's fine.
So a school for Jewish people, a school for Muslim people, a school for Christian people, and maybe throw one in just so all the blacks have a place to go so they don't have to be, with all those other people. I think that's the thing that got me with this whole thing is they're saying, oh, we don't want this, but it looks like we're going there. And now all of a sudden, I mean, you just have people who are just now separated by just their beliefs in this weird thing where, you don't have like an amalgam of all these people living together and doing things. You're just kind of now you're literally, again, we're doing that thing that Trump does so well, just separating people.
Well, some people are already separated by their beliefs. They're just making it more overt, and it's just starting early. That's all.
Yeah.
So yeah. Some people like if you go to school and you have a homogenous curriculum, everyone learns the same thing. When you leave high school, you talk to friends, you're on social media, you pick up certain beliefs that you didn't believe before. Now you believe. How many people do we know that were, went off the deep end and now they're like, tinfoil hat conspiracy theorists where like maybe 5 years ago they were kind of normal, but they listened to whatever they listened to and now they're on the dark web and they drank the Kool-Aid and it's like a Jim Jones Guyana thing when they truly believe it, and if you try to
listen, I love our buddy Don.
Yeah.
I love our buddy Don. So. We've golfed with him.
Yeah.
But he legit told me that he believed that the kids were getting sex changes in grammar school. And it's so hard to legitimately... Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Do you know he listens to... there's a program. There's a radio program, and my neighbor across the alley listens to it. And that's what they talk about. Topics that crazy. And he listens to it, and he believes everything that he hears.
I mean, and that goes back to what I'm saying. So I can listen to something crazy.
And it's very convincing.
Yeah, I can listen to something
crazy. Of course it's convincing.
I mean, I'll listen to something crazy, but doesn't mean I have to accept it. It could be just for entertainment value. Just like the gentleman we met at a bar in Tucson who looked completely normal, middle-aged guy who was obviously a raving lunatic who thought this: Biden and Trump were going to be the co-presidents as of April 1st. Petrodollars, Jekyll Island, secret society, sacrificing babies in the woods, and we just want to talk about the golf courses here, man.
Yep, he got us with I play that golf course too,
And then immediately,
then he went to next month. He goes, you guys watch. And I told Ted, it's still my favorite thing.
Yeah.
I said, Ted, we have to come back in 1 month and meet this guy here and be like, hey, man, he's not sitting next to him.
With a glass partition.
Yeah,
and so
with a glass partition.
No, here's what I said. I said, sir, if that was true, wouldn't they stop every program right now? It's like if the aliens came, they would say, this is a special news bulletin. On April 1st, April Fool's Day, whatever it was, Trump and Biden are going to be the co-presidents of the United States. I said, if you know this information, and this would be the biggest news of all time, wouldn't they just have a special report on this? And I said,
well,
how can
not
you
the
explain
liberal
that?
media, Ted.
Yeah.
Not the liberal media. They would not do that.
But like I said, he looked completely normal until he opened his mouth. So,
he got us.
He got us. Here's the craziest thing. Even when you agree wholeheartedly with something like that, just to shut him up, just to make him, it's still not good enough. That's the thing. Like, even if you give him everything they want, it's still not good enough. So,
how many people have said that about Ted?
Yep.
He looked perfectly normal until he opened his mouth.
He
looked perfectly normal until he swung a golf club.
Until I asked for Mark's golf score, Mark was perfectly normal.
So Ted's conspiracy theory isn't anything with hats and tinfoil hats. It's a golf swing. It's a golf club. He's got a tinfoil club. I like that. All right. Before we get to Mark's movie mention, I got to do this. This is awesome. In Montana, there were 3 National Guardsmen flying a helicopter over Montana. You ready for this? They decided they saw some antlers, some elk and deer antlers when they were flying by. They literally, now this is awesome. They've got it all. They've got witnesses, the whole thing. They landed their helicopter on private property, grabbed up a whole bunch of elk antlers and skulls, and then took off and flew away.
So it was in somebody's backyard, basically.
Yeah, I mean Montana, so it's wide open, but yeah.
What was the reason for that?
Souvenir. So here's what I didn't know: the antlers are actually pretty expensive.
Oh, so like poaching, like you take elephant tusks. Yeah, so they probably use it to sell it.
It was like $1,500 worth of antlers.
Okay.
Allegedly, they got
that belonged to somebody else, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're not. I mean, it's literally private property. So the attorney said. He's doing his thing, right? And this is pretty good. He said, remember that these people have served their country admirably, and they are considered innocent until proven guilty.
Until we show the videotape.
And he also said that, he also added that it could have been anyone's military helicopter people saw landing on the property.
Right.
Not them. It could have been any military helicopter,
because we couldn't figure out we couldn't get the flight logs to show which flight would have been in that area and who would have been on that plane on that helicopter.
Are you talking about these flight logs?
Yeah.
There's no flight leaving, Ted. From
check the tower chief's logs for Christ's sakes.
What is that? A Few Good Men?
Yeah.
And here's no flight leaving. No one stopping to get antlers. Yeah.
He didn't pack a single thing.
Yep. He didn't pack a single thing. I don't know.
Private Santiago.
Didn't make a phone call.
Not a phone call.
Didn't call anybody.
Yeah. You called 7 people, sir. You called 7 people to let them know.
You were leaving for one day. He was leaving for the rest of his life. Explain that.
Oh my
God,
that
line. That's good
still,
stuff. Yeah.
It's still awesome. Yeah. But it was just one of those things that jumped out at me, like how. I mean, when you're doing that, you got 3 people, okay? So somebody's obviously flying.
Well, it's a military helicopter, so it's obviously well accounted for. They know exactly who's on that helicopter. They know exactly where it is, like how it's left this base to go to this base at this time. Obviously, they can figure out, okay, if you're traveling at this speed, where would it be at this particular time? Over that field.
So that question that they ask in high school actually paid off? Yeah. If a military helicopter is flying 200 miles an hour and they're leaving here and getting there, how could they take an extra hour and a half? Sir, it's impossible. I did the math.
I love the attorneys playing up the fact that they're military.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service. Guilty. Right? Like, okay, excellent. Thank you for your service. And
they served their country.
You still committed a crime. Yeah, so you're a criminal now.
It's so weird to think again that there's so 3 of us. Okay, let's just say the 3 of us are doing something. I would hope that stone cold sober, one of us would be able to talk the other 2 out of doing something really, really stupid. All right? I don't even assume you're sober because you're flying a
maybe they didn't know. Maybe they didn't know it was private property though.
What do they think? I mean, they have printouts and radar and readings and stuff.
The point is, I don't think the point is even if they didn't know it was private property. I think the whole point is you're not supposed to divert from your flight and land the plane in an unauthorized area. That's not a military base. to do some shenanigans.
Right. It's like stop at a liquor store.
Exactly, yeah.
So how do you explain?
Instead of getting all the way to base, then going shopping, why don't we just kill two birds with one stone? Yeah. We got our mission. We'll stop at the grocery store, then we'll head back to base.
Let's send a drone on top of the Jewel.
Let's send a drone to Benny's and pick up a case.
We can literally land right on top of Earl's Party-torium. Yeah, it's strong enough for this.
I think there's a Buc-ee's on the way back to base.
That's the thing that scares me is that out of 3 people, there wasn't one person. And then when they get back with the antlers, how do they get out of the helicopter? Like when they get out of the helicopter, right? And there's people that are there for the landing, right?
Yeah.
And they have the antlers, and somebody doesn't say, Chuck, where'd you get the fucking antlers from? Oh, they just fell in the helicopter. Yeah. I don't know what happened. We were flying, and we had the door open, because it's a nice day, and all that shit just flew.
Well, here, this is where I can see it. So whoever, let's say there's the highest ranking person on the plane, and the other 2 are just
his name is Mo.
Yeah.
And Larry and Curly.
And he goes, crew is known as the Three Stooges.
I give you a direct order to land this plane and keep it a secret.
Sir, are you sure we can? Yeah. No one's going to see us? No point.
That's like the female teacher who grooms a student and tells a 15-year-old, "Hey, I know we just had sex in the classroom, but don't tell anybody. Just keep it between you and me."
Yeah.
The fail rate is like 1,000% on that one. Okay.
I would say 8,000%. Yeah. Okay. Mark, we need to get your movie mention, and it's a perfect lead-in to this because this, honestly, every time we hear a story this stupid, I think this could be a movie, right? I mean, it could be a Seth Rogen movie. He makes terrible shit. It's funny. I didn't hear it.
It's nonstop.
I feel like I would have noticed it because I knew. I was pretty sure it was you that told me about the studio. And I was just like, this fucking blows.
Yeah, I don't dislike him as much as you do. That's all.
I just find him. I find that
I get it.
He has no actual skill of any kind.
I think he's a good actor.
I find him repugnant.
I do. I find him pugnant.
He's like Jimmy Kimmel. The other one who I can't even think of his name. I mean,
so fucking weird.
He's just a blob. He's just like a blob of nothing.
No,
just like a blob of nothing.
I mean, at least Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon are funny.
Oh yeah. I couldn't remember his name.
Seth Rogen's just not funny.
Yeah,
he is funny. I think he's very funny.
Oh, so he's just hiding it from me, or I don't understand what funny is.
Did you ever see any of his movies?
Yes, I've seen a bunch of his movies. They all suck.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. I'll give you time. You know what? You give me a list of Seth Rogen movies next week, and I'll tell you if they sucked or didn't suck. They sucked.
Add in Jonah Hill too, because they're kind of like the same person.
Actually, Jonah Hill, I don't mind as much. Yeah, I don't mind as much.
He's less distasteful. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, he's got actual talent. Seth Rogen doesn't have any talent. Yeah, he's the same person. He says the same lines. He says the same thing. It's the same delivery. He's just not funny. Yeah,
well, it's called being typecast.
It's shitty. Yeah, and then I like that he makes his own thing because he's the executive producer of this. He's producing it and starring in it because that's the only way he can.
No one else would hire him.
Yeah, it's the only way he can do it. Okay, let's get to Mark's Movie Mention. Mark's Movie Mention is brought to you by the American Society for Wellness and Happiness. The AWH is opening up their membership for 2025. If you want to bring wellness and happiness back to America, and you know the best way to do it is to eliminate all the homosexuals, immigrants, people of color, midgets, commies, liberals, free thinkers, and truth-seeking troublemakers, then the American Society for Wellness and Happiness is the perfect place for you. The AWH has one goal: bringing wellness and happiness back to America through elimination and intimidation. Find your local chapter of the AWH and be part of the problem, not the solution. It sounds like a neat club.
Ringing endorsement.
Yeah. You know what? I think I'm not part of any clubs.
Well, we can't join that club. They meet on Tuesdays.
Oh, fuck. Tuesday nights? Mm-hmm. Damn it. Mm-hmm. All right. Mark, movie mention us.
All right. The movie I'd like to mention tonight came out in 1989.
Ooh.
It is called Glory. Starring Matthew Broderick, Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman, and Carrie Ells. Epic historic war drama, 2 hours long. Excellent movie.
Great movie.
I mean, it's a great movie. I shouldn't say excellent. Great movie. I saw this movie in the theater in 89 or 90. It was in theater in Cobden, Illinois, Southern Illinois, south of Carbondale.
Wow.
Yeah, we all went as a family. We were all down there, and man, was that a great movie. And that was my introduction to Denzel Washington, that film.
Right,
and he won Best Supporting Actor for his role in that film. he was just.
Was that a Civil War thing or a Revolutionary
War? I think it was
a
Civil War.
No, Civil War. I'll get
okay.
into it. I'm going to tell.
Okay.
So it's a story about the 54th Regiment, Massachusetts Volunteer Infantry, one of the first black regiments in the Union Army. And it was led by Colonel Robert Shaw, who was played by Matthew Broderick. And he's I think he's a captain or a major or something like that, and then he gets injured, and they ask him if he would like to head up the 54th Regiment. And he takes it on. And the movie it's an epic historical war drama, so there is some history to it because Robert Shaw's a real person, and Denzel Washington's character and Morgan Freeman's character, they're all real, historically speaking. But it's just a great film, and Denzel is amazing in this fucking movie. Morgan Freeman is fantastic. That might have been my introduction to him as well, because it was '89. It was like what? I was like 15 years old.
Oh yeah,
it was just a fantastic film. It's 2 hours long, budget of $18 million, box office $27 million. So the story basically takes over this regiment, and they don't see any real fighting. They're just going through basic training and everything like that. And it's right around Emancipation Proclamation, and they put out the Confederates put out a declaration that if there's any black soldiers in a Union uniform, they're going to be executed, and so will automatically executed, and so will their officers. So they were given an opportunity to discharge themselves and remove themselves from the army, but they were getting paid like $10 a week or something like that. And the white soldiers, infantry soldiers, getting paid $13 a week. So there's this controversy, and it was all Matthew Broderick telling them, stand up for your rights. Don't accept that check. You should be getting $13 as well. So there's a lot of great story in this. Again, some of it's true, some of it's not, but that's a great scene in the movie. Tear it up, Denzel. Remember, tear it up, and they all start tearing their checks up, and they eventually get the pay they deserve, and then they don't have the proper uniforms. They don't have shoes, and Denzel. It's just I don't want to give too much away because it's a great story. It's 2 hours long, and it's pretty much nonstop. And the performance of Denzel, Matthew Broderick's fantastic too. Everybody across the board is in this, but Denzel's performance, best supporting actor, is epic. And this is what I believe put him on the map, right? But I highly recommend this movie, Glory. I doubt there's many people who haven't seen this movie yet. But 1989 Glory, check it out. It's the movie I am mentioning tonight, Ted.
Did he win the actual best actor for for Training Day? Did he
win
best
Denzel,
actor for Training Day?
I think he did, yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, so that's 2 Academy Awards.
He won best supporting actor for this film.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at this, and yeah. Oh, he's been, man, he has been in a lot of I'm looking at Denzel Washington.
Oh, yeah.
He has been in a lot of great movies. You guys ever remember the movie Soldiers, A Soldier's Story?
Yeah.
Just awesome. Cry Freedom. I mean, yeah. I mean, he's been in some... Dude, he has been in some great movies.
So you know what I was thinking? What if you're like an up-and-coming actor and like you're matched up with Denzel Washington or just like someone who's mega? Would you be intimidated because you got to act? You got to somehow... You just got cast for a movie. Denzel Washington's like he's like the main guy, obviously, but then you have to interact with him in the movie. I wonder if that's like extra pressure. You're just kind of like going into an NBA Game 7 or something. You know what I mean? You feel like,
that. You know what? It kind
behind the scenes,
it seems like it might be a tough thing to do,
yeah,
but it also might be easier.
He was nominated for Best Actor 4 times for Malcolm X, The Hurricane. Remember that, the boxing movie?
The boxing one.
Yeah. Training Day, which he won, and Flight.
Oh, yeah,
he played that. Oh, that was a great film.
Yeah.
Have you seen that, Flight?
Oh, yeah. Is that the one where he's upside down?
He's upside down, yeah. He lands the plane,
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but he's got it. So he's a hero, and then they go backward.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it away.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it away.
Yeah.
But he goes from being a hero to, Why the fuck did all this
I didn't
happen?
realize this. He was nominated in '88 in the movie Cry Freedom.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he was for Best Supporting Actor, and then he won 2 years later for Glory.
Yeah, Cry Freedom is it's, man, I'm telling you, there is a lot of really good quality movies.
Who's the movie The Color Purple? Was that Danny Glover? It was Whoopi Goldberg. That was like a critically acclaimed movie back in the day. The Color Purple.
Yeah. Oprah Winfrey won.
Yeah, it was Oprah Winfrey.
She won Best Supporting Actress for that.
Yeah. There's that one stage she goes, man, you show is ugly.
Yeah, that was. I got to be honest with you, that was a pretty damn good movie.
That was a good movie.
That was a pretty damn good movie. I guess there was a time I paid enough attention to watch movies, but and here's the weird thing, and it's like this studio thing. You have to be, and I'm sure for some people who don't watch a lot of movies, that kind of stuff is fine if you're new to movies and you haven't seen everything. But I think after 40 years of watching movies, I mean, I've set the bar higher.
You know what I saw? Yeah, you know what I saw Denzel in on my Instagram feed? I think it was 1980. Pabst Blue Ribbon commercial with him and Jeff Daniels.
Huh.
And it's real.
Way.
It's real. It's a real PBR commercial. And it stars Jeff Daniels, but Denzel's one in it as well.
So
cool.
Didn't Jeff Daniels win an Academy Award also?
No, I think you're thinking of Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges is one. Jeff Daniels, he's won a lot of awards. I don't know if he's ever won an Oscar.
I know Jeff Bridges won.
So that would be funny. How many commercials like the best, before you were good?
Oh, there's tons.
How many commercials?
Harrison Ford. I think Harrison Ford started in commercials. I think he has a small role, and I guess he kind of. I saw the role like before he became famous, and he looked like he was just like really stiff, and he didn't seem like a good actor at all. But apparently his career took off.
Well, remember, you're stuck with the role you have. Right?
Yeah.
You can only do what you can, and they don't want you to.
Yeah,
they don't want you to overact.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you overact and you bullshit your way, then you're
you
kind of labeled as Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Like a
especially if you only have
hack.
Especially if you only have like one line and you're in the scene for like 1 second. Yeah, you got to just be. I guess you're right.
But I mean, how many? We don't know. I mean, I wonder how many actors started out with one line and ended up winning an Academy Award for like Best Actor. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, somebody you see somebody like the I don't know who won the I don't remember who won the Academy Award this year for Best Actress. But yeah, if
Mickey what's her name from Honora?
Okay, so let's just say that
Mikey.
Yeah. Right? So she was I don't know. She's only 24 or something. Let's just say
she's young.
Let's say 10 years ago she was in a commercial and she went, that's good.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all she said.
Well, look at Robert Downey Jr.'s career. I mean, like he was kind of like one of those actors that he was kind of in the middle of the pack.
Yeah,
and
Mikey Madison.
He wasn't like the best of the best, and then like he had drug and alcohol problems, and his career just took off.
He was actually one of the best.
He was, yeah. But
no,
I'm just saying when he was like in Back to School, he's like a student.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, when he first started, when he very first started. Yeah, but then he had drug and alcohol problems. Then he became the highest paid actor in Hollywood, making like $20+ million a movie.
Not the highest. The Rock's the highest.
At the time, I think he was the highest.
Yeah, when he was doing the Pirates of the Caribbean, and when he was in.
No, you're thinking of Johnny Depp.
Oh,
that's Johnny Depp. Yeah, Robert. When he was making the Marvel, when he was Iron Man, when he was doing the Iron Man Marvel series.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny though. We're talking about that, like how they got their starts, but this Mikey Madison, if Quentin Tarantino did not put her in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, she would have never been in Honora. That's how the guy that wrote and directed Honora.
Oh, okay.
When he saw her in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he picked her, and she didn't have a big role in that movie either. She was just like one of Charles Manson's. She had like a role at the end of the movie. She's the one that fucking DiCaprio burns with the fucking torch.
Oh my God, that's her?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, that's her?
Yeah, she's in the end scene. She's in the movie, but she's one of the characters in the end scene.
Wow. I feel like I didn't. I don't know. I feel like I watched that movie, but I didn't pay attention to any of the small.
So the opposite is as people who people thought they were going to be like big stars, and then like that was it's like peaking in high school, right? This is as good as
Ricky Schroder. Remember Ricky Schroder?
Yeah, Ricky Schroder. Yeah, I remember that.
Fantastic.
Ordinary People, right?
No.
I think I'm the wrong person.
That's Timothy. That's Timothy.
Chalamet.
No,
Timothy Hutton.
Oh,
Timothy
Hutton. Yeah.
No, but Ricky Schroder was in Silver Spoons, right?
Oh, right.
And then he starred in that movie, The Black Stallion, which an incredible film.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah.
Never saw it.
And he was in The Champ. Remember The Champ?
Oh yeah,
yeah. And then as an adult, I don't know if he did a movie that we can even talk about.
It doesn't jump out at me. He seems
but
very.
The Champ was fantastic. That's a great movie, man.
Really?
Or somebody who made one good movie and they said, "Oh, this is really going to springboard their career," and then that was as good as it got, and they just like never made anything good after that again.
Have you seen the Champ?
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Have you seen the Black Stallion?
I don't. It seems racist, and I just don't want to see it. Yeah, no, I have not. The Champ.
Yeah, dude. I think he was
John Voight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Faye Dunaway, and a very, very little 6-7 years old.
He gives a performance in that movie, dude. It's unbelievable. I think it was 1980 or 79, something like that. But and the Black Stallion, oh my God.
Wow. I completely forgot about Ricky Schroder. Yeah. He must what did he get, ugly or drugs? I mean, what do you, here, let's take a guess. We can look it up. Here, I'm going to look it up later.
Okay.
But let's take a guess today. Okay,
just assume a little bit of both.
Okay, so Ricky Schroder.
I'm not sure. Wait, I don't think Ricky Schroder was in the Black Stallion. I might be wrong about that.
Okay. Did he change his name to Rick Schroder? Remember, he was Ricky Schroder when he was a child actor, but then he changed it then he just went by Rick Schroder.
No, he was not in Black Stallion. I apologize for that, but he was in the Champ. That was the movie.
Okay, so go with it. We'll look it up later. Did he just get ugly, or was he on drugs? What stopped him?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go drugs.
Okay. And who's the other guy? Remember Matt Dillon back in the day?
Oh, he's been in a lot of movies.
Yeah, but he never became like an A-list guy, right? He's he didn't become like a Tom Cruise, obviously.
No,
I don't think he ever had Tom Cruise looks though.
Yeah,
that's part of the problem.
Matt Dillon.
Yeah, he was like he was that bad boy, good-looking guy.
Matt Dillon in Entourage.
No, that's his brother, Kevin Dillon.
Oh no, Matt Dillon's a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would have banged him for sure.
Yeah, what was that show?
I mean,
he was in the Outsiders.
The Outsiders, The Outsiders.
Yeah, but Matt Dillon's been in a lot of films. Something about Mary, and then
he was that shitbag.
That's funny. That's great. Yeah, that's.
But he was also in that movie where he played the police officer, the racist police officer.
Oh yeah, Crash or
Crash.
Something. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that was an Academy Award-winning film. He was fantastic in that movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what?
He's a very, very solid actor, man.
Yeah, I think he has. He just hasn't done a lot lately.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he just hasn't done
it's like
a lot
Tommy Lee
lately.
Jones, right? He just disappeared. He was, he was a really accomplished actor. He was in a lot of movies back in the day, like Under Siege. What's the movie with Harrison Ford?
He's still in a ton of movies, dude.
Is he really?
Yeah, dude. He was in Hell or High Water. He's been in a lot of movies.
Okay. Yeah, I think the problem is
The Fugitive, obviously.
Yeah, as you get older,
You're going
and it
back
works
30 years.
Yeah, as you get older, it works the same way, right? You're not necessarily gonna star in a movie. Timothy Chalamet is gonna star.
Yeah,
in the
he's
movie.
He's 24 years old,
right?
Like
he's starring in the Knicks Indiana series.
Who is Timothy Chalamet?
Yeah,
I would watch that. As long as it's not Harrison
that's all they
Ford.
do is they show him in every fucking game. He's like the Jack Nicholson of the East Coast now.
I know they.
because he's with that Kylie
They don't
Jenner.
even show Spike Jones anymore.
Spike
Lee.
Yeah.
They're not even showing Spike Lee.
The Knicks games.
Yeah, they're showing Timothy Chalamet now.
He's a good-looking kid, and he's going to be Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I thought you were being serious.
I didn't say anything about Indiana Jones.
Oh, I thought I literally.
No, I said before Harrison Ford became Indiana Jones, he was kind of
listening.
Do you know who was originally cast in that role?
Was it
Tom Selleck. But he could not. He was doing Magnum PI for CBS, so he could not leave the series and do that
good-looking
film.
guy? Yeah,
He was. I'm almost positive. Okay. You got to look it up, but I thought that I read somewhere Tom Selleck was the original Indiana Jones.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, I'm looking it up to look it up.
He probably regrets not taking that role.
And just full disclosure here, most of my resources come from Instagram now. I'm just telling everybody that.
Not Wikipedia.
So it's just a random person who says, by the way, can't believe Tom Selleck passed up Indiana Jones. Yeah.
It's just a post with a picture. But so Instagram has its pluses and minuses, right? It's great. But it's also very addictive because you can watch golf videos. It's like YouTube, but it's,
Do you have the app?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have an account. I have an account and I have an app. Yeah. But I don't post anything or ever comment on anything. I just watch videos and stuff like that.
I'm going to download that app.
And
well, you should. You can follow the show on there because I post.
I have a limit. I put on my phone. I have a 1 hour, 60-minute limit per day Instagram. So I rarely hit that during the week. Sometimes I go days without looking at it. But on the weekend, you can kind of get lost in that, right? You go down that fucking rabbit hole. So, but when I hit 60 minutes, it shuts off.
Wow. You give yourself a timeout.
And that's it. And I don't. And rarely do I go back and put my code in to unlock it.
Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to download Instagram and I'm going to put parental controls on mine. So I can't go to inappropriate.com.
Listen, that's probably
there's no really inappropriate content on Instagram.
That's probably a good thing. I mean, Teddy and I were at the bar, so we have our own.
Oh, I got
problem.
a 60-minute. I got 30 minutes on Ted.
Yeah, but
I got a limit on Ted.
But no, so we're there's some people sitting there, and over Ted's head, as we're sitting at the bar, there's a family of 4 people, a couple of parents. No, a couple of parents, probably in their 40s. And a son, he looked like he was about 17 or 18. It's over your head, you didn't see it. And then they got a kid who looked like she's about 8. They talked, they laughed, they did all this stuff. I'm not sure that girl, and we were there for a good hour 15, I'm not sure she ever even put that phone down. She had 2 hands on that phone. I don't think she ever put it down. I'm not sure I don't even know if they fucking talked to her. The 3 of them were talking, and she just was in her own world. And I can see the game. I can see her phone. And I'm just thinking, I don't know if they talk to her because they put food in front of her. And like a lot of kids, we've seen this. We've all seen it. She didn't eat a thing. She just had her right there. They packed up I saw that part. They packed up her food.
Yeah.
I don't think she ate a thing. I think she was literally on that phone the entire time.
I didn't notice that, but I hear these. But I hear
she was behind you.
I hear these stories once in a while where like they'll find like a 15-year-old girl like leaves home and then she's like living with a 35-year-old man that she met on one of these social media apps, and then he obviously convinced her to run away, and then of course the guy gets in a shitload of trouble. But you read that once in a while, and obviously that's all social media because before social media existed, nobody could do that. Or you hear about some dipshit guy driving 200 miles thinking he's going to have sex with a minor when in reality he's talking to a undercover cop.
The greatest show in the history of TV.
That was a great
Catch
show.
A Predator.
Actually, I've never watched it.
Oh my God!
Just go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Yeah,
I know. I'm not.
Mark, it's beyond.
I know. I actually have seen. I have seen.
No, my favorite one.
I've seen it once or twice.
Why'd you bring the? No,
I just. This is my favorite. When Chris Hansen comes in, he goes.
Chris Hansen.
He goes. What are you doing here? Why are you here?
What? He goes. Why do you have those? Why do you have those wine coolers? Well,
wine coolers.
You're meeting Jennifer, right? She's 14. Yeah, and this is my favorite.
Why do you have a 4-pack of Barnells and James?
You ready? He goes. I just wanted to tell her how bad these things were, and I wanted her to see them so she knew what they were, and then tell her not to drink these things.
And then the second favorite line is he goes, we have the chat log. He's just reading from the chat log.
Has there ever been? Okay,
we have the
so
chat
you
log.
guys have watched this before, and the show was on for a long time, right?
It was quite a few years,
yeah,
quite a few years.
And he goes. I didn't know she was 13. Oh, I'm 13. Just like 150 times.
Was there ever an episode where when he walks in a room, the person goes
takes off?
Fuck no, because they recognize him as the guy from To Catch a Predator.
There was a
guy.
He goes, I know who you are.
And he goes, I knew this. He goes, I knew this was a trap.
Yes,
I came anyway.
Yes. Yeah. I came anyway because I thought I was literally going to have sex with a 12-year-old boy, and you know what? Damn it! I knew I was fucked on this one, and that was his concern, right? It wasn't his concern that he was caught.
Yeah.
It was just like I knew I was going to get busted, but I just want to have sex with a 12-year-old boy.
But the funny thing was, it's not funny, but like when they found out the profession of these people, like one guy, he was a rabbi, some guy's a dentist, some guy's a computer programmer. They got wives and kids at home who's like the same age of the person that they're trying to.
One guy's the president of the United States.
He's the president of the local fraternity.
I'm just kidding. You can't catch him.
Mr. Trump, can you? Why are you here? Well, Jeffrey invited me. We've done this a million times.
It's rump.
Who are you?
Jeff Bezos?
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos invited me.
Do you see those people bought that watch and it said rump on it instead of Trump? They paid $800 for one of those Trump watches.
It said rump?
It said rump.
No way.
Yeah, it was.
I don't hear anything about that.
Oh, my God. That is so... You know what? That is so awesome. All right, so I want to end it with this. Do you guys have you guys ever been on a cruise? Ted, have you been on a cruise?
No, I've never been on one, but I do want to go one day. Just not like a week-long cruise, just like maybe a 3-day cruise, just small dose. In case I don't like
to save the other passengers from you? Yeah. Mark, have you ever been on a cruise?
You know I have.
Okay, well, I'm just if first-time listeners, Mark,
where did I go on my cruise?
Sextown?
Come on, Ted. I mean, Matt.
You went to
Cuba. I went to Cuba.
Cuba. I was going to say Mexico.
Dude, it's like how do you forget that you know somebody who was in Cuba on vacation?
He meant Cuba.
Oh, Cuba.
Cuba. Yeah.
That's the same thing. Okay. Well, here. If you like cruises, and I just found this out.
Like Tom Cruises?
And
what if you like pina coladas?
Why Tom Cruise? Wouldn't it be great?
In the rain.
Tom Cruises?
Going cruising with Tom Cruise. Oh my God.
Cruising with the cruise.
Tom, hold on. I'm writing it down.
No, Matt, we're live. Let's go.
Tom Cruises. Okay, so if you like cruises and mile-long lazy rivers on a private beach, are you ready for this? This is I'm free plug for Royal Caribbean. They now have, check this out, okay, only for their own guests that are on the boat. They have a private beach for guests only. It has a mile-long lazy river with, are you ready? 4 bars. So during this lazy river that takes about an hour to get through, there are 4 different bars that you can get to. Every tube has a cup holder, and it comes with an optional feeding funnel.
What could go wrong?
Where people will actually just pour food into your mouth. You put the funnel in your mouth, and they just pour liquefied food into your mouth. You don't even have to get up. You're literally in that tube for hours.
And they catheterize you before you get on.
Yeah, and you can just shit right in the pool.
So they give you astronaut diaper.
Yeah. So
you don't shit in a catheterize.
So they have the world's
colonoscopy bag. They hook you up with a colonoscopy bag, and they catheterize you.
And you got to think a mile-long lazy river that takes an hour to get through. I don't even know what to call it, a very lazy river, okay? It has the longest water slide. Are you ready for this? In the continent. Wow. The continent of North America. The longest water slide in the whole entire place. It has 12 eateries. And are you ready for this? 24 bars. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of alcohol.
Yeah. Think about this.
Someone's going to get overserved.
And this
is why people jump ship.
Yeah. Yeah. I want you to think about this. So this whole thing is ready to open up, I think, in 2027. Okay? And it's Royal Caribbean. So if you do
They buy their own islands, all these fucking cruise ships. They own like their own islands.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's a stop, like an automatic stop.
Yeah, so this is a stop only for people on this cruise.
Yeah. It's private for the cruise line.
It's actually pretty clever. Yeah, you monetize the whole thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost any money.
Yeah.
You don't spend anything when you get off.
No, it's all part of the cruise. It's all part of the package
that
you get to go.
Well, but they can justify asking for a higher
cruise
fee because now you're going to
because you know that stop is part of it.
Yeah, because you get to do that. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. When I saw this, I'm like, wow, that's fucking crazy. I mean, because to me, nothing says a family vacation like taking your kids to a water park and getting totally fucking wasted.
But these are 21 and older cruises. A lot of these.
No, this whole thing that they're doing is a whole family thing.
I know, but what I'm saying is that cruise ship might be like a family thing. So when you're on that island, you're in there with other families and kids and stuff like that. And then there's another cruise ship that's following up with them, and those are all like adults.
So no, on this island, it's so big. A part of it is 21 and over. So there's parts of the island that are only for adults.
So what I'm saying is they probably only have like one ship stopping there at a time. You know what I mean?
No idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It's probably some staggered visiting, like you said.
Trust me. I
have no idea.
You can't have like multiple ships.
No, staggered. Yeah, so I'm just saying once this ship leaves, another one pulls in. Yeah, so
that's what they're doing. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm guessing
probably hundreds of people. How many
it's
people
got
are
to
on
be a family ship, an over 21 ship, a swingers ship. How many
people? Yeah, how many people can a cruise ship hold? Thousands of people.
I'm guessing, Ted. I'm guessing if you have a mile-long lazy river and 12 eateries and 24 bars, you're dumping thousands of people at a time on this island, right? You're not wasting 100. You don't have 24 bars for 100 people. No. You have 24 bars for 2,000 or 3,000 people, right? Because there might be some people that actually, I don't know, watch their kids and pay attention and have fun with them, and they don't need to constantly be drunk.
The cruise ship vacation. We were on was one of the older, if not like the oldest cruise ship, like in the Caribbean. It was a Norwegian cruise line. It's a very small ship because, and I mentioned this on the show and told you guys before, because there's only the smallest of the cruise ships can fit.
Oh, I was going to say it must be.
Into
the
Cuba.
The port of Cuba.
Right, the port of Cuba is, you can't get a modern cruise ship in there. So Norwegian still had a couple of these smaller ships in their fleet because of that purpose. So we were on that. So our ship is very nice. Everything was great, but it's nothing compared to like what Matt's talking about. Like these new cruise lines that are going to that fucking thing, dude. They're like 16 fucking stories and fucking crazy. And it's just like.
Did you get to deboard and see Havana? Right? Is that what you?
Yeah, we spent the day in Cuba.
Havana was cool.
It's amazing.
It's like going back in time, right? Like 1950s. Yeah,
absolutely.
I want to do that. I want to do that.
I would.
Well, you can't. Trump took it away. So.
Really?
Yes.
You can't go to Cuba?
No.
No way.
Obama opened it up for travel.
Okay.
But it was still regulated and restricted. Like you have passport, and then you had to fill out paperwork to go to Cuba, and you had to explain why you were going to Cuba, even though you were going through the cruise ship. Part of the excursion was you still had to declare your purpose for being in Cuba, and then
definitely not spying. What?
And then you go out, you go through customs, and then you go out. The cruise that we were on was literally, and I tell this to everybody because it's true, literally the last cruise ship to go to Cuba, because the week before, this was in 2018, the week before Trump had gotten around to reversing Obama's thing on travel to Cuba.
No fun of any kind with brown people.
So it was the last. That was it.
Okay, well, that's
we
good. It's good that you got to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's still hard to believe that small island's communist. That's just funny to me that when Fidel Castro took over.
No. Here's the funny part. Yeah. It's hard to believe that anybody gives a shit that it is.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck if they were communists, if they were nudists? I don't know. Whatever.
Well, we cared. We cared when Russia tried to put their nuclear weapons there. We cared. Well, then we gave a shit a lot.
I mean, obviously, that was a completely different concept.
Yeah.
But right now, no one's teaming up with Cuba to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one gives a shit.
Yeah. But you would just think that it's like three. I think 3 Democrats have died in office in the last 16 months due to old age. Okay, and like obviously Fidel Castro's dead. His brother Raul, who I guess took over, of course, from
wait. Are you saying Fidel Castro's brother Raul Castro?
I think his name is Raul Castro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
his name is. Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying,
so
Fidel Castro was in power for 50 years. I think he croaked at the age of 90, and I think his brother is like 80. And you would just think they would just all die off, and they would just be new.
You would think that they would just kill him. All you got to do is walk up behind him and go boo, and you get a new guy,
exactly,
right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's
amazing. It's absolutely amazing place. I mean, it's just.
Well, I saw Fast and Furious. Was it 11, 16, 9, 8? That was.
It's fascinating, and it's very old.
Yeah, but it's cool. But that's what makes it cool.
Yeah, I mean, both. It also makes it fucking dangerous because there's these churches and buildings where there's a shit. Like we were literally. Debris fell on us twice.
That's why I don't go to churches.
Not in the main part of Havana, but in where the port is. Like when you get off there, those buildings in this little square area, they had like netting set up underneath these buildings because fucking bricks and shit.
There's no building codes. There's
like
nothing.
Fun.
Yeah. Well, once you get out of there and you get into like Havana and you go to like what is it called, Rebellion Square or but it was just there's so many. It's incredible.
Bet the food's great.
Food was amazing.
Yeah, Cuban food is fantastic. I've been to a couple Cuban restaurants.
Yeah,
fantastic.
I want a Cuban. I want a Cuban sandwich.
The drinks and the bars. Oh my God.
Mojito.
Mojitos. I got a couple pictures of that, but it's very. We're at low key. There was like nobody in these bars and shit like that. It was.
Well, hopefully they'll reverse it one day, and the tourism will open up in Cuba.
One day, so, you know when that day is.
One day.
So. Yeah, you know when that day is.
Well, just like we'll get new guards. We'll get a new the changing of the guard in the Senate because everybody's elderly. So when Nancy Pelosi drops dead at the age of 110, whoever else is there, and
still,
Chuck Schumer, who's 80 years old, they're like,
Did you want to mention anybody else?
Well, the others are already passed away. Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
You're just naming all Democrats.
I know he is. All Democrats.
Right. Oh, Mitch McConnell, he's 82. He retired because he couldn't.
Okay, that's all I wanted to hear.
We had to poke you to say that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to hear one person. Yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't think of any. It wasn't. It was just a coincidence, So I'm just saying. But there's a lot of elderly people who, term limits. They need to have those. That's a whole separate issue. But
I'm sure their kids. I'm sure their kids or grandkids will be elected into that spot. All right. So we are closing this thing up. I'm going to make Mark go first with his last thoughts.
My final thought is, what will Ted's Instagram name be? So I'm going to say that our listeners, my final thought is a request for our listeners to get a hold of Matt and come up with Ted's Instagram name, account name.
What I was thinking about?
Because he's going to open it soon.
You know what I was going to do? Instead of saying Sharknado, I'm going to be Marknado.
It's already taken.
That's okay. First of all, it has nothing to do with your name. I know. You used that. Was that yesterday? You used that?
I think I did.
Yeah.
How about dumb?
Dumb
shithead Ted. Shithead Ted.
Wait, that's on my birth certificate. How did you know that?
Oh, God.
It's amazing.
All right, so I'm actually Ted's Instagram name.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm kind of excited.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you. You guys can come up with my Instagram name. I'll let you do it. And I'll take the best one. I trust you.
Okay, so that's it. The listeners.
Let the listeners pick it. Let the listeners pick it.
What you're saying is, and we'll let it go for a couple weeks because I want to get some people in here.
Yeah.
We'll give it like 3 weeks, and Mark and I'll give Mark the top 10.
Top 10.
I'll go with the top 10, and then
we'll pick.
We'll do that, and then we get to pick from the top 10.
Yep. And so once that name is decided upon, I will download the Instagram app. So there's no reason to do it now because
you have to have a username.
Exactly. Yeah. So I will wait for. So that's your incentive to get
so
me
you
on
have
Instagram.
So everyone is listening. If you stay up, you have 3 weeks from today.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is today? Today is the 27th.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll say
of May. 2025.
Just in case you're.
Just
you're
in case you listen to this next year.
Well, I mean, what if you're listening to this like 60 years in the future? Yeah. These guys were cutting edge. Whatever happened to them? They just world's worst show, and they just kind of stopped doing it. Yeah, I think one of them. I think he like choked himself to death, like David Carradine.
One of them died of starvation because he couldn't eat any food. He didn't make any money off the show.
All right, so right around Father's Day weekend.
What?
Right away Father's Day weekend. Everyone who does. In fact, I'll do this. I'll get as many as I possibly can. But if they're stupid, I'm just going to go with the top 10. Okay, of Ted's.
You're obviously going to pick the most
egregious,
dumbest, incendiary, embarrassing.
Ted, it's whatever the listeners come up with.
First of all, it has to be available. Second of all, it has to pass a litmus test. You can't just put like cockfucker at cockfucker. So you have to have. I'm sorry, at cock_fucker. You can't do that. So. It has to be,
Well, hopefully it'll something be a little more subtle where we're not, saying we have to put in earmuffs. Earmuffs. Let's not celebrate it.
Hold on a second. Is Ted takes it in the ass, cockfucker dildo? Oh, it's taken. It's taken. Okay, so that one is a good one, but it was taken.
Ted takes it in the ass, fucker _ taken.
Damn it!
You see where I'm going with this
Ted,
now? So, yeah.
Ted, I am going to encourage everyone to be. By the way, if you want Mark and I to pick your
mine
Ted
would
name,
be.
So I need you to be as creative as possible. And if you don't have some sort of disgustingness part of it, like at the edge of what's acceptable, you are not going to be picked. If you're like, Ted's a good tipper, Doc, Ted's a good tipper, whatever, you're not even.
And I will tell you what, since I'm going to decide. Right off the bat, if anything that has to do with a chimpanzee and Ted's name is going right to the top of the list.
There's right
there.
Yeah.
Anything that has to do with chimpanzee and Ted,
Xanax,
going right to the list.
Xanax and the chimpanzee, love it.
Hold on, I'm actually putting this on here so that each week we remind people. We're going to remind people to put in their Ted's Instagram name. Yep.
I'm excited.
Dude, this is going to be so awesome. Okay, did you do it last? Did you do it
no,
last
not
thought?
yet.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So my last thought is I do have a new fetish that I want to share with you real quick. I love watching YouTube videos of airport freakouts, and those are just people who missed their flight or
never heard
didn't
this
have their
one
right.
before,
But I'm taking a deep dive into it now.
They don't have freak-offs in the airport.
Freakouts. Airport freakouts. Yeah,
it's different.
Yeah.
There's no lube.
So it's just
dry.
So it's just like a normal person who apparently was overserved, and they just get set off for whatever reason. And here's the thing about drunk people, because I've worked, I've bartended for years. The thing about drunk people is
how you know?
Is that
how you know about drunk people?
No, these are real. No, these are real drunk people. So these people,
what?
They lose their
different from you.
No, they lose their mind.
Are you a fake drunk person?
No, they lose their mind, and then they repeat whatever their thing is. Like they repeat the same thing, and that's their thing. No, but it's like more incendiary, And here's the thing. They're always given a chance to de-escalate. They're always saying de-escalate, and they just keep taking it up a notch until they're perp walked out of the airport in handcuffs. I love it.
Do you?
I love it.
Ted,
it's the best thing.
You know what the difference between you and that is, Ted?
It's the best thing.
You're not at the airport.
Well, I was going to say we don't have video. That's the only difference.
You're not at the airport.
No, and my favorite. Here's the thing that always fascinates me. They start screaming, and you would think that after like 30 minutes they would come down, but like 2 hours later they're still like
that's not accurate.
Screaming at the top of their lungs, and even when they're buckled into the squad car and they have the dash cam on them, they're just yelling incoherently.
Okay, your final thought just
I love it.
Took a turn down crazy town.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm done.
Right.
Ted's final thought is he doesn't want to be himself. Because that's exactly
what
he just
my
described.
final thought better them than me.
What is the word for self-awareness? There's a word out there.
Ted.
Mark NATO.
A complete lack of Ted. Okay, so this is the coolest thing I learned from all the Diddy stuff. This is my last thought here. Diddy would get his ecstasy with and the ecstasy he ordered had Barack Obama's face stamped on his. I swear to God,
that's hilarious.
I swear to God, this is.
I didn't know that.
Straight up according to two of his assistants. That was his favorite ecstasy. His favorite X was the ones that had Barack Obama's face.
I don't even know what I don't even know what ecstasy looks like. Is it like a piece of candy?
Is this where you're going to not describe Crown Royal?
Yeah.
I don't even know what. You know what, Mark? I don't even know what Crown Royal tastes like. Yeah.
Here's what I heard about P. Diddy. He liked to put applesauce on his hamburger, and apparently that triggered a lot of people.
It is no wonder he is going to prison for a long time.
Just for that reason alone.
Yes,
that's the special.
Yes. Yeah, that is.
It still fascinates me that one man could get in so much trouble for just having a party.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's all he did, Ted. That's all he did.
It was a party on steroids, obviously. It was like Project X, except it was worse.
I believe it was not a party on steroids. I believe it was a party on Viagra. The entire thing. All right.
Wouldn't it be great if Bill Cosby was one of his freak-offs?
That would have been his wet dream.
It'd be great if Bill Cosby got out of jail. Him and Harvey Weinstein both got out of jail, and the first thing they did was they got Pete. Let's say P. Diddy gets free. Like somehow he's got enough money.
Trump will pardon him.
Yeah, and you heard that.
Trump's going to pardon him.
You heard that, right? That he's starting to toss the money.
And you know why he's going to pardon him? Because number one,
because he's got $5
million
for
sale. You could buy
because the New York jury. A lot of people think they fucked over Trump with that bullshit conviction, so now he's going to stick it to them. So basically,
by every time a New York jury convicts someone, he's going to, as long as you pay him, he'll get you free.
Yeah, you got to pay him.
Well, I'll tell you what. So Eric and Lyle Menendez only have one felony conviction for murdering their parents. Trump has 34 felony convinctions for putting a line item in a book, a ledger,
not doing
to
it,
not pay a porn star. Okay, just saying.
God,
all right, I'm done.
Not doing it.
Okay.
Absolutely not doing it.
Poor guy.
Anyway.
Poor Trump.
But he just wants to stick it to the New York judicial system. So they're going to spend tens of thousands of millions of dollars to prosecute Diddy, probably get the conviction, and then Trump's just going to give him the big F you and say you're pardoned. See, that's what he's going to stick it to.
Not without money.
Of course.
Are you stupid? Yeah.
He'll buy a rump watch. Of course.
Oh man, you kill me every time. All right. Keep listening, keep enjoying, get on social media, hit us with those likes, and listen. And here's what I want you to focus on. Ted's Instagram name. We'll see everybody next week.